Knicks.
It's crazy because me and Gabriel been texting.
That's a good topic because the garbage can.
Yeah, the garbage can.
The Knicks garbage can.
You see this?
People stole it and were like selling it on eBay, and then now there's an official.
Only's making it. And it's $1.70, bro. It's crazy.
You saw the lady though that emptied the one out and took it home.
No.
Big garbage can, bro. Crazy, man.
Fucking Knicks fans, but I think that's why we were talking about shutting it down. Like it's a shame that so many savages in New York are Knicks fans because we have a young fan base. The Giants fan base is older, so they don't get crazy at the parade and shit like that. It's normal. But like the Knicks fan base and like the Yankees fan base, same thing, bro. Like there's young cats out there, especially in the Bronx, ain't got nothing to do.
You know what's crazy though? I want
stupid shit.
Yeah, as soon as you see that, it's like your first thoughts are like, I need one. I need that.
Exactly.
I have blaming a lot of shit up on the kids, but there's a lot of older people doing dumb shit.
Those older people doing dumb shit.
What about them two ladies that was fighting?
Yeah, they were older people.
She was like started twerking and shit. Like they was old.
I saw that one.
Somebody got to tell a story because the white girl was the victim there, and then she tried to defend herself. And
no, the lady, you ain't see it. She was on. She's went viral, so she had a post today.
The white lady.
She was like, "Yeah, I'm the climber, whatever she called herself, light climber or some shit like that, light pole climber." And she
the big girl that went up there.
The big girl I'm talking about.
But she was sitting on top of like the white girl.
She knocked the girl off.
She had done something, and
she did the choke slam, bro. Like.
But yeah,
see,
she was
I didn't see that clip.
I saw like another view where the girl was sitting down, and then the climber went above her, and it looked like they were arguing.
Arguing about it, yeah.
They argued about something, and then that girl came down and threw her off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, dang, that's messed up. But then homegirl, I give her, defend herself a little bit. She got thrown off, so she came, she swung, she got her legs in. If you see that your punches are not doing nothing to this person, it's time to back away from that, Back away from that because you're not gonna. It's not gonna be a favorable outcome.
Are they both Knicks fans?
I'm assuming they were Knicks fans.
Knicks fans, yeah.
But you could tell that was not gonna be a favorable outcome. In the moment, whatever. And then homegirl came down and mollywopped her, and dragged that girl through the street,
dragging up and down. That shit was crazy.
I felt bad.
The only thing I saw was the clip of the big girl twerking. And I heard that I didn't want to go down the rabbit hole, but I heard that she actually knocked the girl.
That big girl caught, she jumped. Yeah, she dropped down and she had that was like at least 100 pounds on her. She dragged her through the street, bro. But go Knicks. What's up, our beautiful people, our fans, our family, friends, loved ones, pets, everyone here. This is the MCP Man Camp Podcast. I am AG the Mush, joined by Viddy.
What up?
President of the Liddy Committee, and Mike.
Yo.
The Bronx legend. What's up, fellas? We are back. It's been a minute. Viddy's back from his vacation, the Viddycation, the sick days. That's it. He's healthy again.
I was rocking my Mellow jersey every day while I was out there.
Looking good. We still
represent.
We still do this as audio only. At some point, I'm gonna set up cameras, man. I've been saying that shit for about 8 years. At some point, we'll set up cameras so you can see Viddy. Viddy looking good. He's in shape. Yeah,
I don't have a Knicks hat though. I need a proper Knicks hat.
Yeah, you do.
I ordered I FOMO'd it. There was like a Kith notification as soon as they won a chip, and I bought like $130 worth of a T-shirt and a fucking hat.
Got him.
But it's just for fire though.
It's worth it though.
It's just for fire.
It's worth it, but got him.
And they're made to order.
We were just talking about that. Me and Mike were saying the same shit too. Like I can't avoid an ad on Instagram. It's literally like I see one post and then it's boom, 2 more Knicks ads, and I've been simping and buying all of it.
And it's crazy because whatever you order, it's all like back order. Yeah. Like I spent $200 already, and it all says, "Well, you're not going to get it till July, August."
Yeah.
So
I bought like 2 books. One of the year, the 25-26 season, That's not gonna come till like August or September or something like that. Some daily news history of the Knicks bought that shit too. About all that craziness. Got all the T-shirts on the day of whatever. The only shirt that I have not gotten was the locker room tee, the one that on the court locker room.
I actually fumbled today myself because I was texting with a good friend of ours from high school, Gabriel. I was going back and forth with Gabriel today, and he was like, "Yo, there's a link on a New Era site where they had hats." Mm-hmm. So we're going back and forth about it, whatever. And I scrolled down and I saw, because I told him I'm not really a big fan of snapbacks, even though I ordered one just to have it. I wanted a fitted hat. So I scroll down and I see a blue Knicks logo, champions on the side.
Oh, that's dope.
Blue fitted, bro. And I texted him before ordering it. I'm like, yo, the fit is on it. I went back, gone. Because then he texted me. He's like, yo, I clicked on it and it was gone. And then he's like, you got him? And I'm like, nah, bro, that shit was sold out quick.
Oh, man.
Quick.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. And that, so before we obviously merch, right? We get the merch.
One last thing. Even my wife got just a bootleg T-shirt came in the mail today.
Oh, we got a story. We got some stories about that.
I mean, come on.
We got stories about bootlegging.
We got some stories about bootlegging.
Bootlegs. It was crazy.
It's all right, but I'm like, it was just like in the moment thing.
This bootleg was bad, bro. Like, I tell you about it, it was bad, bro. It was bad. Yeah. But let's start from the top, man. So the last episode we did, obviously Mike and I sat here, and we were talking about Knicks PTSD. And Mike, you just made a great point that
the Knicks
were
still
up
there. 2-0 at that time against the Cavs, Eastern Conference Finals. Yep.
And then they swept that series, belt to ass. That was great to see that happen.
I fell asleep on game 1. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I don't blame you.
He missed the comeback though.
Yeah.
I know. And and I'll be honest, that was what led me to not fall asleep in this comeback.
You learn your lesson.
I said I don't know what it is. I feel like I can't let that happen again.
It's such a surreal feeling what happened, how it's happened. It's such a surreal thing, right?
And it's just an old man thing. I just go to sleep like fucking 9:30, 10 o'clock.
I identify with you.
Latest 10:30.
You know what's crazy? Like, so my son, Isaac, he's been a fan for he's 12. He's been a fan since he was 8, so he came at a good time, pretty much the Brunson era. But now it's to the point where I'll go to the city to a watch party and I'll watch the game, and he's at home by himself and he's watching the game. Like that's how now I know he wasn't doing that before. Now I know he's locked in because he's watching the games by himself.
Yeah.
So this is the one particular game I said, you know what? I'm not gonna go out. I'm just gonna stay home. My wife was there, my daughter, her boyfriend, both my sons. We all watching the game together. And halftime, they was down by 27. So it's the game started at 8:30. So it's about 10 o'clock now. So normally we let him stay up and watch the whole game, even though normally he's supposed to go to bed by 10 o'clock. So I told him, I'm like, yo,
this is the Cavs game.
This is the game against the Spurs.
Is this the one where your clip? Where there's a clip of you at the end?
Yes.
I wanted to ask you about that.
Like, so this is off. I posted my daughter who likes to. Obviously everybody doesn't know this. I'll say it now, but we do a lot of silly stuff in the house. Like I'll dance silly or something like that, and she's always recording me. Like Zariah has.
Mike is a TikToker.
Zariah, my daughter,
at Brock's like,
my daughter Zariah, like she could really like expose me, yo. Like she has a lot of good videos of me that people be dying laughing if they ever saw them.
The 824 on Mike.
So anyway, so I didn't know it, but she would later record me at the time, which I wouldn't find out till the next day. But let's go back to halftime of that game. So I go to Isaac and I told him, I said, bro, I'm like, just go to bed. The game is over. Yo, the way this kid looked at me, bro. He looked at me like, the fuck? Like, fuck you mean, bro? Gave me that look like, fuck out of here. Like, nah, I'm staying up for this game. I'm like, he's like, Dad, they can come back. And they came back. And the thing is, when he said it, this was the second time that he said that to me. He said it to me also back in 2024 in the first round, game 2. I took him to see the Knicks versus Sixers. This is the DiVincenzo game.
Yeah.
The Knicks were down by 5. It's like 1 minute left. Or less than a minute left. And he asked me at that point, he's like, Dad, so he's 10 years old. Dad, can they come back? And I'm like, nah, I think the game is over. And they won that game. So, yo, when the game was over, now this game, the Spurs game, he was talking shit to me. He's like, bro, this is the second time I told you. Like, you be like writing them off, and they came back, and it's like, damn, he's 12 years old, and but he's right. Like, I'm looking at it like, well, you just a little kid, you just got blind faith. I've been through that shit.
He doesn't suffer from PTSD.
Yeah,
like, and that's what it is, bro. Like he, and I've told him this. I'm like, yo, you're lucky as hell, bro. Like your Knicks fandom has been like A1.
Yeah.
Like it's been amazing compared to mine.
Yeah.
Because he came in the Brunson era. Like Brunson's first year, that's when he started really watching. And I'm like, damn, bro, you came out at a great. You can't tell him nothing.
This is the greatest run, man. It's the greatest run.
So I just wanted to add that because that was insane. You know what I mean? Like that comeback. I thought honestly, I thought they were dead. I really did.
I don't know what it is. I'm not a diehard. Look, I'm coming in this conversation as a, mostly casual fan, but there's a physical reaction that you get when they're getting destroyed like that, where you just kind of like feel down and you're like, man, what the fuck is going on? You just can't control it, but you just sit, lock in, and little by little they just kept chipping away and chipping away. And even when it got that close, you still have a sense of doubt in your head. We're like, damn, I feel
but you know what though?
It's like,
but you know what though? I'll be honest with you.
But
I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I think maybe because like you just spoke to it, being a casual fan.
Yeah.
But just for me personally, it got to a point. Obviously, before this, like with the Cavs, the Sixers, the Hawks. It didn't come to this point. This is specifically against the Spurs because this is the series where they kept being down and coming back. I mean, obviously the Cavs got game one, but outside of that, they were down 14 or 15 every game to the Spurs and came back. So, bro, like honestly, man, by the time game 5 came around and that 6-7 minute mark of the fourth quarter, I would just always have this thought: they're doing it again.
Yeah,
it's happening. Yeah. Like, bro, like the 7 minute mark of the fourth quarter, I can remember. I think they were down 10. And that's when Brunson ran down, pump fake, got Castle in the air, got fouled, and when he went to the line, knocked down the 3 free throws. Yeah. When he did that shit, I said, yo, bro, like I'm in Diamante's, I'm in the bar watching, I'm like, yo, they're doing it again. It's happening. It's fucking happening. And then Brunson by himself goes on a 10-0 run to tie the game. I'm like, nah, bro. Like, it's like, there is that little bit of doubt, but it's like, yo, they're doing it. They're fucking doing it.
I think that to chime in on that, because that was the moment for me. I think that my PTSD was gone. I felt like I physically, I can't explain this, there's no words that I can really put. I physically felt it wash over me, like that same thing happened. Like I saw it, and I remember looking back, and I was at a friend's house, and we were on a patio, and everybody's out there drinking and watching this, and I'm standing in front of this TV, kind of like annoying everybody because I'm watching it. I'm in front with my jersey, all that shit, and I'm seeing that happen, and I remember it. I remember it distinctly. It just came over me, and I just had this, oh my God, they're fucking doing it. Like you just feel it. Like it was this march, like this inevitable thing was happening.
Yeah,
and I was like,
it's weird.
Holy shit, it's the Knicks. Like they're fucking doing it. Yeah. Like this is really fucking happening. And it flooded me before they even won. I'm fucking tearing up right now. It was like it was the weirdest thing I spent that night crying, yo. And like my kids were laughing at me, taking photos and shit and videos and shit. Like he's because I'm not emotional about shit. He laughs at me all the time that I got no empathy, no nothing. And I just couldn't stop for fucking like adult man crying. Like holy shit, this is really happening. And like in that moment, I just stood there and I turned back to Maria and I said to her, I was like, they're fucking doing it. They're fucking doing it. Watch this. They're fucking doing it. She goes, shut up. No, don't jinx it. I'm like, there's no jinx. They're fucking doing it.
I would normally agree with her with that. With you, as far as she always says that, like he jinxed it. But with this, like
when you said those bets, and you posted those screenshots of the bets,
MVP,
and I mean, I'm not gonna play the whole timeline, but you posted the screenshots of the bets, and then it felt like.
To be clear,
it was such a change.
But just so everybody understands, Alex had put in bets just saying that the Knicks were going to win the finals and that Brunson was going to be MVP.
And then he
before it happened.
He said, I should have bet the mortgage.
I should have bet the mortgage.
I should have bet, traditional Mush behavior. And then they lose game 3. And then it almost felt like they were going to lose game 4. And like, I was preparing mentally, like, this is a mush. The mush.
Damn.
Touch
He mushed
this.
it. He
You know
mushed
what's crazy? He posted that, and
Yeah.
I've for years been on
Like
him
I
about
was already like
him jinxing
queuing
shit.
up the memes of like Sad Pepper Frog with the fork in the fucking socket with the Knicks gear. I'm like, man, this momentum is changing. And then, I mean, game 4, you know.
Yo, I
it's-
didn't. I'll be honest. Again, I didn't have that feeling when he posted that.
I-
And normally I do have that feeling.
I
This
know.
team was just different, bro. They never make me feel. They never make
Well,
me
I mean,
feel
no
that
one-
way.
The NBA's never seen this, right?
Yeah.
What they've done is historic. And you know what's funny is that I saw literally today. It was the interview between Rich Paul and
Max Kellerman.
Kellerman, which I
Yeah.
love. Max, shout out Max. And Rich Paul still don't want to give us our flowers. And he reminds me so
That's to be
much of like
expected.
that NBA hate that.
Yeah, it's
That
just
weird thing, like-
I've seen some of the clips. He's just hating, bro.
And it's just like, you know, he's like, yeah, but they got to win champ. You know, it's always the goalpost is moving, right? It's like,
Yeah.
but.
You know why?
And, you know, I don't care.
The
You know why?
talking heads have to be.
I know he's
There's
kind
been-
of-
LeBron. It's
there's-
LeBron's
there's a
league and his legacy
culture-
and all that shit.
There's long been this culture among people outside of Knicks fans of the LOL Knicks.
Yeah.
Knicks for clicks. Like, you know, Knicks just being so ass.
Right.
It's almost like it's unexpected. So there's people are still holding or clutching onto that. So they still can't believe what is taking place. But the fact of the matter remains, like the plus minus margin being the biggest in NBA history. And I said it when we did the last show, whatever. I said, yo, if they keep doing what they're doing, I'm gonna talk my shit. I'm gonna talk my shit, bro. Like, you can argue with whoever, bro. That this is like arguably top 5, one of the greatest playoff
there's
runs
there's
of all
yeah,
time.
That's why I love what Max
I can
said.
argue that it's the greatest playoff run of all time, and
That's
I
what-
got the numbers
Yep.
to back me
That's what I
up.
love about what
Yeah.
Max was saying in that interview. He was like, "This is probably the best team in playoff history." Like he put them
That-
against any team.
Yes,
and
you
this
can.
team,
You
this
can
team
definitely
play
say
with
that.
them. This team can play with any team you can think of.
We're not saying it's the greatest team of all time because
Yeah.
then you have to factor in regular season. It's not like they won 52 games. We're not saying they were a great regular season team, but the playoffs, like they lost 3 games, dog, and they were by a combined 6 points, bro.
Yeah, bro.
1, 1, and 4.
Yeah,
Like,
and this guy,
and
this
it's the
guy-
playoffs. Like the thing that people have to understand about the playoffs, like you are so prepared, bro, for whoever you're facing.
Yeah.
You know everything they're gonna do, all their tendencies. Yes, there's little changes that people make, adjustments and all that, but largely you know the guy in front of you, you know all his moves, what the team likes, what they're gonna do. You know how fucking hard it is to do what the Knicks just did, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Knowing the tendencies of that team. Like, and you could say whatever, this team was ass or whatever. It's not like a team has never played a team that was ass before.
Yeah.
Like, no, what they just did, they beat the shit out of a lot of teams, bro.
Yeah, bro.
They beat the shit out of everybody. And I understand they started off slow versus the Spurs, but honestly, the second half of every game, they beat the shit out of the
I
Spurs
feel
too.
like
Spurs- the
the
Spurs-
dramatic fashion of how they kind of made these comebacks made it even more compelling of a story. And
Yeah,
just,
dude.
like
Yeah.
something to watch because you felt it took you through a crazy emotional roller coaster where you were like just feeling like shit through a lot of the game, and then fourth quarter, Knicks game about to start. The Knicks game is starting
Bro,
now.
bro.
I got
game
four.
one.
I got 4 teams. I got 4 teams now that like the most memorable to me or whatever. And I'll start by saying 96 and 98 Yankees. Those 2 teams.
Yeah.
Because 96 obviously they hadn't won it in 18 years at that point. That was, as a fan, one of the teams that I loved. That was my first chip. And then 98 was arguably the greatest baseball team of all time. So those 2 years stand out to me. The 07-08 Giants, arguably the biggest underdogs ever to win
Yeah.
a championship on any level, okay?
Yeah.
And this Knicks team. That's what this Knicks team just did for me.
Yeah,
Like, I put it with those teams, and that's like crazy shit, whatever that we're talking about.
It's funny
here.
because obviously I lived through the '98 Yankees and all that stuff too, but I'd have to say this is the number one thing, man. For me specifically, because
Yeah, as a diehard Packers fan that you are.
that's what we doing. That's what we doing.
That's what the conversation shifted to.
But yes, I am a Packer fan.
Yeah.
Um, Anyway, but yeah, this team,
Damn,
this,
bro.
this team right here, I can't. Again, I just couldn't put into words what was happening. The one thing that I kept thinking about throughout this series, and they proved it, is what they did. And I think I said this to you, Mike. I was like, it felt like it's like a boa constrictor, yo. Like it's like they would just like They didn't go out and kill the Spurs. They didn't go out and dominate them, like kill them like that. They just squeezed them, yo. And they pressured them in every game. They couldn't get out of what the Knicks was doing to them, yo. Like they was just hanging around long enough, and they built some crazy deficits, right? 27, all that. But they were hanging around, and then they just squeezed the life out of them, yo. And they had nothing for it. And I've never seen a team choke 4 times.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what quote unquote they're saying, that they choked 4 times. And then I left with this thought, and I'm gonna say it here so that all the listeners here say this, and I'm gonna put it on Twitter and all that sort of shit. And I'm so happy that the sports media and outside of the Knicks for Clicks community, all that sort of stuff, is starting to realize. And now that the Knicks are the boogeyman,
Yeah.
we were not lucky.
Well,
we are a dominant fucking
this
team.
Isn't a biased
and
thing.
teams should feel lucky if we have an off day. Because this team is disgustingly good, yo.
That was
in the way it's constituted.
A poorly officiated finals, like
Oh my
not even
God,
a biased thing. Like, we don't have to go into all the flagrants, but he would have been suspended. Rest in peace, Game 6 that never came.
He should have been suspended.
But that was
thank God, because that would have been a crazy narrative.
I remember. I forgot what game it was, but I think I was just counting in my head. That's like 14 points. Just off of bad calls. That was like, the Knicks ended up winning that game anyway. But I was like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's blatant. You didn't have to be a Knicks fan at that point. It was just
the thing that bothered me the
when they brought in
most.
Scott Foster for 5, I was like, fuck, they brought in the extender, bro.
The thing that bothered me the most was just Brunson, man. I just think they let him just get beat up, man.
Yeah, man.
Constantly beat up.
Small
Like,
guard, the way he's getting hit.
it makes a better story for him.
And I think what he did at the end, the last 3 games, like he just adjusted, because the first 2 games he shot very poorly. I mean, obviously he was still clutch, but he shot poorly for the game. But I think he just, he adjusted. He found a way or whatever.
Dude, I remember game 1 and the knee injury, right? And I was like, no, that was like the PTSD set right there. God. And I was like, fuck. Here it is, the shoe drop. This is
bro. Even the game 5 when Wemby purposely went his foot off the 3. And the way he sprained his foot and they showed the replay, I'm like, damn, bro, that shit does not look good, man.
Yeah.
But this dude is like Wolverine, man.
Well, what? So
like,
He looks like
I was saying this to, I think I said it to Emmy. Game 1, we were watching.
Oh, a new Knicks fan. Shout out to Emmy.
Day 1 Knicks fan.
He's
Emmy.
a Knicks fan now.
He's a day 1 Knicks fan now. He's a day 1 Knicks fan.
Supposedly he's day 1 now.
Props to him.
Used to talk shit to me about the Knicks, but hey.
Props to Emmy, man. He's a day 1 fan.
I don't associate with Cowboys fans. How can you be a Cowboys fan and a Knicks fan? That don't make sense to me. That math is not math.
It's tough. I mean,
geographically does not make sense.
It could happen. I mean, see me with Green Bay, right? It's just a weird circumstance.
Right? Cowboys, no.
There's a weird circumstance. It's like the Boston Red Sox fans that are from the Bronx. It's like, what are you doing, bro?
Well, the Dominican. I mean, maybe,
that's a Dominican thing.
They have a Dominican
still, but that's what I'm saying. Well, what are you doing, bro?
Background. I mean, they say that this Knicks team is like comparable to the Boston 2004
the
team.
way it was put together.
I've heard that.
Because the way it was put together, and they just said, we want this specific third baseman. It wasn't like a homegrown team.
No.
Besides, what do you got? Mitch, right?
Mitch is the homegrown talent. Well, and
Deuce.
Well, Deuce was drafted.
Second round.
Okay.
Yeah. Deuce is a draft pick. I mean, Deuce is actually drafted by another team. I think OKC, and then traded to the Knicks.
Really?
Tyler Kolek, same thing. Mo Diawara, Pacome Dadier. I mean, these are all Knicks draft picks. Hug Porty. But yeah, I mean, the starting 5, they're all like either free agency or trades.
You know what's funny? We should probably go through player by player a little bit. Go through, Dadier and all that shit. But
you doing the Macau? Savage.
I love Cal. I love Cal.
My niggas are savages.
I watched the whole.
I wasn't
60,
one of those like
he went for 60 minutes straight about calling his entire teammates savages.
He's a Wemby.
And it was that was
Wemby, Victor.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious.
But I was gonna bring up Sohan. And so
Sohan is crazy.
Sohan makes me laugh, man.
Yeah,
and I actually love that kid, man. And he's just he's a day 1 Nick, apparently, man. I fucking love Jeremy Sohan. He's just a crazy character.
Shirt on though.
That dude got it. He got the tattoos.
He's wild.
Reason,
he's crazy, bro. Like
he's just a day one Nick, apparently. But no, but I didn't expect to love this guy as much as I do, and it's Jose Alvarado. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't expect to
man.
love Jose as much as I love Jose. I was saying at the parade, I was like, "Yo, on the low, Jose's our co-captain." Yeah, like he's. I
baller.
love Jose.
I mean, I
man.
knew who Jose Alvarado was. I've seen him play. I knew his story. But yeah, man, pleasantly surprised, man. He's
We don't win Game 4 without him, by the way.
yeah, I mean, he's just an energy guy, man. He brings it, man. He's an energy guy. He's a small guy, but he's one of those players that you need on your team that's with the bullshit.
Yeah.
And when I say with the bullshit, I'm talking about
Campaign.
I don't want to call him an enforcer because he's too small for that. But if you fuck with his teammates, he's gonna retaliate to that.
He
You know what I
plays,
mean?
he
And you
plays
need
good
those
D, though.
guys.
Yeah.
He plays strong D for his size.
Yeah,
How
he's
about when
scrappy.
when
He's
he
a
stepped
scrappy
over-
guy.
When he stepped over Wemby like
Yeah, after he picked up his leg.
When he tackled him and shit.
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
No, yeah. I didn't expect to love Jose as much. And then obviously he's been riding a high this whole week. That dude been drunk
Yeah.
every day. He says he's been like 10 days
I mean,
straight.
you win the finals, and then it's the Puerto Rican Day Parade, and you're the king. You're not the king of New York, but you're the king of that day for your
Puerto Rican Day
for your
Parade.
people.
Yeah.
Arguably, his float at the parade yesterday was the
Yeah.
best one too.
He
Oh,
went
was
to it was dope, whatever. But he went to he went to the Puerto Rican parade, but the one in Brooklyn. He didn't go to the one in Manhattan. He went to the Brooklyn,
Oh,
and he brought Jordan Clarkson with him.
It's funny, Mamdani
Dang.
was the one that
Yeah.
went to Brooklyn too, not the main one, which was interesting. But
Yeah,
So how was the parade? I'm watching.
the parade was sick, man. You know, the
Yeah.
parade.
You guys survived.
So
we
the
survived.
parade's gonna take a bit. So before we even jump into parade,
Okay.
I want to finish off some more player comments. So like Jose, obviously I love Jose. We can't move. We can't talk about this series. We can't talk about this chip. We can't talk about any of this because obviously Jalen Brunson, amazing MVP. I'm so happy that he's getting his flowers, and the league is realizing what we've seen for the last 4 years is that he was an underpay, not an overpay,
We can stop the 1A bullshit because he's definitely a 1A and a guy you can win a championship with.
He
so.
is
as the
a
lead
phenomenal player. And
Mount Rushmore, New York sports player.
yeah,
King of New York right now.
You'd be hard pressed to
100%.
pick another point guard to start a franchise with than JB right now, all that stuff, right? But not a but. We don't do this without OG Anunoby. And OG arguably is also MVP here. If it wasn't for, I guess, foul trouble in game 4 and 5, he's probably the MVP, and then Brunson took over and won the
I mean,
MVP. But
yeah.
OG
Cat in game 1 and 2. I feel like there was so many different.
yeah, Cat
contributors.
game 1 and 2
Yes.
obviously contributed a great deal, but OG was.
I mean, this is the way I
look.
look at it. Like, if you're talking about the guy that was most consistent throughout the whole series, yeah, it's OG. I felt after games 1 and 2, if you just stop it after games 1 and 2, Cat is an MVP.
Yeah.
Right.
Fell off a little bit after that. Still had good
he was
defense.
like, he can't fuck.
I don't
with
think
me.
it was
Like,
his
he can't
fault.
fuck with me.
I don't even know that it was his fault. I don't know. What
He got into silly foul trouble.
I think. And he didn't.
But he was playing
don't think he-
aggressive the whole series. Like he was playing his game. I thought.
I think he was the first 2 games, but offensively. But I don't feel like he really like imposed his will offensively during the second half of the series. So I would say he was like the MVP for me during the first 2 games. After let's just go to game 4. And I talked about this with people at work. I said
That's probably the greatest Knick play, bro.
it's between OG and JB right now as far as for MVP after game 4. And I said it throughout my life. I said, I'm like, yo, it depends on who has the better game 5, and that's who's going to win MVP. And if
Yeah.
we're just being honest, like, bro,
He had a historic.
JB
game
had a historic game 5.
five.
Come on, bro. 45 on the road. That's some
Yeah.
MJ shit. Like,
Yeah.
that's
And an
crazy.
efficient 45. It
And
wasn't-
an efficient 45 at that. Like, and the thing was, it's
and 3
another.
steals.
No, I mean,
And it was another
it
game
was a sight
where
to see.
they were mostly down most of the game, down by 15. And if he doesn't do what he was doing for the first 3 quarters, they're probably down by 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because I mean,
Again.
Cat was out with the 2 fouls right off the
Yeah.
bat. OG also got into foul trouble, so those 2 was out.
bench scoring was
The
what was
bench
it,
was
2
kind of
points to like
abysmal.
I think it was like 20 something.
Yeah.
24
They
to
didn't
2.
they didn't have
Harper
That kid is
was
good.
they didn't
ripping
have
it.
any bench points, I think, until the 4th quarter of
Yeah.
that game.
That kid is
And
good.
I think it was Landry Shamet that was the guy
Landry
that
had
scored.
the injury.
Yeah.
Yep.
This was just, I don't know. It was almost like a fucking
we should
fantasy,
probably spend a second calling out the good part of the Spurs because fuck Wemby. I didn't dislike him going into the series.
He's a great player, but he's immature. He needs more. He needs to get more mature.
He's earned a fuck Wemby after some of the antics that he had in the finals.
Yeah.
But the rest of those guys.
But he's gonna win a chip, bro. I mean, we might hate him, but the kid is too talented.
I was hating
I
on
don't know, man. I don't know. He's got the stamp.
If he stays healthy and he's playing with a guy like Dylan Harper, he's gonna win a chip.
That's the kid that I do want to call out because you actually brought that up before the series, and I was
he's
like,
gonna be
good, but you were like,
that kid
is really good, man.
He's a future star. He's a future.
I think Castle.
He's a future. I'm gonna go a step further. He's a future MVP candidate. That's the kind of talent that he has.
Who, Harper?
Yeah.
When that kid learns how to shoot, when he learns how to shoot, he's gonna be a problem.
Yeah,
bro.
like anything like in the paint, like a restricted area, 10 to 15 feet out, like he's good, man. He just got to get the 3-ball down.
If he learns
he's
how to
20
shoot,
years
bro,
old. And look what he was doing at 20 years old. He's strong as hell.
Bro, he dropped 30 in a closeout game.
He's good, man.
It was, he wasn't scared of the moment. Came off the bench. You know what I mean? He just.
I think he had 25.
I'm saying 30, but
I think he had 25.
But in the closeout game, he outperformed Wemby in the closeout game.
I really acknowledge
yeah.
like this, even though he had a bad couple games in the end, was Castle's like. I feel like he was an impactful defensive player.
Castle's a dog,
And,
bro.
like,
he's a dog.
He was like an easy player to hate.
Nah,
even though he wasn't as dirty as.
Nah, I like Castle.
I like
he plays
Castle.
hard. I like
but
him.
he was always bitching about something.
Yeah, he plays physical.
Yeah, but I mean, he just
like,
you think about it, he's similar to Brunson in that he's just a winner, man. Like he won 2 chips at UConn.
Yeah.
He's a winner. He's gonna win it. He's gonna win an
He
NBA.
looked like he's 30 years old. It's like
His
this kid's
hair. He's a mature guy. He look like he's serious too. He's not bullshitting.
Yeah.
I like Castle a lot. I like Harper. Wemby again has earned the fuck Wemby from me and all that stuff because of the nonsense he's up to. I'm not gonna go that far to say that he'll never win one. Who knows? And he has the talent and he has a team around him.
If that team is healthy, they're gonna win a championship.
He should win one.
Too much talent.
But something about Wemby, I feel like he's got the stamp of the loser on him, bro. Like the shit that he does, the fact that he can't pull it off. He's never won in France. He never won all that sort of shit. Like, I think there's something about him. Maybe when he changes, because he's gonna mature. Maybe when he changes, it's gonna come to him.
I mean, he's only 22 years old,
Yeah,
so
so he's still young and a knucklehead. But I think maybe later on it'll come.
I mean, I thought when he cried at the end of the Western Conference Finals, and this is not being this is being like an unbiased. I thought, look at the comparison to him crying versus how the Knicks celebrated their Eastern Conference Finals, where they were there was little to no
all
emotion.
business.
It was
I
like
mean, we took
all
the belt,
business.
it was like next.
Yeah, we took the belt. It
Next
was like
game,
a sure thing.
0-0.
They were locked in.
Where he was like celebrating like, and it kind of, I think the narrative in the NBA or not just the NBA in the streets were like, Knicks can't compete with any of those 2 West teams.
That
was the narrative.
That was a simple. That was like a count.
That was the main
that's-
narrative.
A
that's why-
common narrative. Like,
I'm
Yes, it
so
was.
happy.
oh yeah, we want the Spurs. We match up. Like that was the other narrative. We match up better against the Spurs, but don't matter. Look at the Spurs team.
The
How you
Spurs
gonna
were
beat
still favored.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta wonder if we played OKC, would we have dominated OKC? Considering what we did to the Spurs, and the only reason I would, and I say this with respect to Wemby, the only reason that the Spurs gave this team so much trouble, in my opinion, is because of Wemby. The fact that he disrupted so much on defense. If they don't have a Wemby on the other side, which OKC doesn't,
They don't, but OKC does have good perimeter defenders because you got Dort, Caruso.
Right.
They're a good defensive team. The one thing that OKC has that the Spurs don't, they have a consistent scorer in SGA.
Right.
So that's the one thing that the Spurs, which benefited the Knicks, they didn't have because as good as Wemby is, he doesn't really like have a go-to move yet. He doesn't have like, okay, I could get to this move at any point, any time, and nobody can stop it or whatever. He doesn't have that yet. That's why like Harper was so impressive because he was the consistent guy that was getting it done. But those are 2 great teams. Just going back, I think the reason why the Spurs were so emotional, like after that game, because those are rival teams. Like Chet doesn't like Wemby. Wemby doesn't like him.
Yeah.
So that's like the next great rivalry because it's 2 young teams. Both really good teams or whatever at that, and they're going to be battling it out, barring injuries or whatever, they're going to be battling it out for years to come. So I think that's why they were so emotional, because they really, that's like a heated rival. You want to beat that rival, and that's like their first major in the Wemby era, major series win. And I think that's why he was so emotional, all that kind of stuff or whatever. But it's funny because Josh Hart on the Roommates podcast today. They had Stephen A, Cat, Deuce McBride, a couple of guests, and Josh Hart said that when the Knicks saw them getting that emotional, they felt like after that they knew that the Spurs were food. So, I mean,
that's gangster.
Take whatever you want with that.
Man,
yeah.
I don't like the Knicks took their lumps because obviously that team did it. We had to come back in just about every game in the series, but. It's weird to not. How do I say this? It was weird for the Spurs to not acknowledge what was happening to them. Like they had that immature bravado that they were like, oh, we're losing these games, we're dictating these games, and they're not realizing that the Knicks are like almost like baiting them. In my opinion, that's what it looked like. It's like we're letting you rock and gassing them out, and then like second half, it's
I think that's a big part of it, though. I think that they came out guns blazing every time. And it just, especially Wemby in particular, it's just like they tired out.
Yeah, second half they just murdered them because they just couldn't keep up with what the Knicks was like. All right, we withstood your punches in the first half.
Yeah,
the Knicks were smart though.
I mean, the Knicks were in the building for Game 3 as well.
Yeah, I did.
Shout out Mike.
Yeah, I did. I did go to Game 3. I'm not. I don't want to talk about how much I spent for that ticket, but yeah, I mean it was amazing. And unfortunately, it's the one game they lost in the series that I got to witness. With my own eyes as opposed to TV.
You got to blame that on Big T, though.
Say it again?
You got to blame that on Big T, though. That's
yeah.
out the building,
Yeah, but I mean, it was a dope.
Hard though.
It was it was a dope experience, though. You know what I mean? They lost, but it was a dope experience, whatever. But I think just going back to the fatigue thing, or whatever. What was smart about the Knicks is that, and shout to Chris Gent, who's the associate head coach. He's pretty much the offensive coordinator for the Knicks. They made sure to put Wemby in. This is crazy to say because Wemby, again, reigning defensive player of the year, beast defensively or whatever. And they put Wemby in every action, every pick and roll. They wanted to keep that kid moving and moving and moving. And I'm sure, I mean, I haven't heard them say it, but they knew he was going to get tired.
Yeah.
So, and not only does that affect him eventually in the fourth quarter on the defensive end, it affects him offensively too, because there were times that they would give him the ball and he would give it right back. Like he's like, I'm too tired. It's almost like he was too tired to do anything with the ball.
Yeah.
So it just like, there's a lot of like, if you really break it down, like a lot of things that Knicks did that was just super fucking smart, man.
Alvarado was talking about that yesterday on Breakfast Club. Because they were like, yo, were you practicing with like super tall things, like to just practice the shot, like because obviously Wemby's like 9 feet tall, and he's like, nah, not really. He goes, the thing with Wemby is that he's tall, and obviously, but what you want to do with him is that he's goofy. He's a goofy dude. So he's like, just want to keep him off his feet. So all they would do was make sure he was going left to right and everything because he's wobbly. He don't got balance.
Right.
Almost it's almost like he's like looks like a baby giraffe, kind of.
Yeah. So they're like, that's how that's how he was attacking him and how they would basically train him to attack him, not to worry about shooting it over. They were like, they was just trying to get him off the dribble and get him moving because he can't really control his body. He's just giant. He's a giant beast. You know what I mean?
He would still find weird ways though. But just by putting his arm up.
He's got a 14-foot wingspan.
Like hopping, bro. It was like, what the fuck?
He's got a 14-foot wingspan.
I know.
Bro. Like it's just, of course, he's gonna catch some of that stuff, most of that stuff. He's just an unbelievably freakish talent, But anyway, enough of the Spurs. We won. We mopped them, and we had a parade.
We are the champions.
About Mike. I was explaining to my wife. I said, Mike watches every single game. I said if he misses it, it's recorded. He's gonna go and watch.
Yes.
Imagine watching 82 games and seeing this team from the ground up, seeing every bench player, years and years, and then us jumping in where maybe I watched in the regular season 10, 15 games full. Maybe there were primetime games.
Yeah.
Now I'm watching the playoffs. Like, these are the people like that I felt for. Man, they deserve this fucking thing. This is a beautiful. And I have a lot of friends like Mike that that we don't know here in this pod, but like they've been diehard for all these years.
Yeah, man.
And like you could just feel it. You could. You don't even have. They didn't have to say anything to you.
Yeah.
You just feel it. You're like, damn, all these years of
This has
them
been
talking about the Knicks and like the minute details about this transaction and how this player does this thing specifically. It's like, though, that is what like you feel proud for those people. Like, that's why I was like, damn, finally, like that was great for you guys.
Yeah,
Like, and I
appreciate it,
enjoyed
yeah.
it thoroughly too because I know ball and I like to watch ball and I play
Right.
fantasy, unfortunately, still. And you know, gambling is an epidemic in this country. Like people are throwing money at these games, but yeah, it was great. It was great. So I'm happy for you guys. For
Yeah,
sure.
I you know, it's funny you say that. I appreciate that. I got a lot of. It's funny, man. I was in Diamante's at that bar, and it's like my phone just blew. Once the Knicks won a championship, my fucking phone like just blew up. I'm talking about. I swear, bro. I received so many FaceTime calls, text messages, DMs. Like it was like I don't know. Honestly, in my whole life, in New Year's, you know, your phone always blows up. Like
Yeah.
it was more than that, bro. It was insane, man, that I just couldn't keep up. Like some people had to like message them the next day. It's almost like you always hear about players when they get drafted, their phone blowing up, and they didn't read. That's how it felt like. And it was, and bro, like even that made me a little emotional because I'm like, damn, like people thinking about me in this moment, whatever. And it was like, so it was like touching. I even had
It's true.
I'll give you two good stories, whatever. Like first, my mom, right? I'm a big Giants fan. I love the Yankees. So my mother, obviously, she knows when the Yankees and Giants won championships, and she's never texted me a word. The Knicks win a championship, bro, and my mom messages me. Like, you know, saying something like, Poppy, I'm happy for you. I know that how much this means to you. Like, my mom texted me that, bro. Like, that really touched me. And there's this kid, I want to say kid, but he's a grown man. He's in his 40s. But this is a guy that we grew up in the same building. We're the same age. It's funny, when we were kids, and I'm talking about like 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, like we fought all the time, whatever, but it's like still like friends again, but you know, you just get into your little fights, whatever. But anyway, I really haven't I mean, me and him follow each other on Instagram, but I want to say we're friends to the point, like I haven't seen him in like 20 years. Haven't really had a conversation with him in 20 years, but we follow each other on Instagram. We know each other since we were kids. Okay, fine. Bro, he left me like a stupid long message on Instagram talking about, bro, every time I saw the Knicks, I thought about you. And he was like, yo, it didn't matter on the block, whatever. Anytime there was something with the Knicks, you was defending them. You was going crazy. And he's talking about me at like 10, 11, you're like a little kid. He's like, you would go crazy, whatever. He's like, yo, you a real fan, man. You deserve this shit, bro. Yeah. And bro, honestly, man, I could say this as a man. I read his message and I fucking teared, man, like reading that shit, because at the same time, like you just reflect back at that point in your life and just whatever hardships, whatever was going on. And it's just, even with all that shit, like I was like 10 toes down Knicks, you know what I mean? Like that was like my shit or whatever. That's what, it's funny, like it's the little things, especially when you're growing up in difficult circumstances, the little things that you could grab onto to help you rise up out of that. And the Knicks were like that for me. Like that was my, those little 2.5 hours watching the Knicks, whenever it was, that was my escape from whatever reality I was dealing with at the time. So it's bigger than that for me. Yep. So when I read his message and me thinking about those times, I teared up and I told him, I said, bro, like you just made me tear up, man. Like I appreciate you, man.
Thing, man. That's
it's really, it's that, and it's like some people. That's why, and I even had a message today on Instagram that I posted. I'm like, some people are not gonna get what I'm saying, and I understand that. I understand that some people are not. They don't get it, whatever. But some will, because they really are locked in like that as a fan. And it's also like if you had a loved one that you used to watch games with and they're not here no more. Like I've heard those stories too, where somebody's dad put them on, but dad is not here no more. He was a diehard Knicks fan. That's real shit. That's emotional. So excuse me, I got a lot of messages and they were like, that was the best part about all this, man. Like just getting those messages and for people to think about me and remember that, whatever. Like that's probably the biggest thing I remember from everything, man. It was a beautiful thing, man. It was dope.
I mean, this whole week, and this is gonna sound hyperbolic and everything, right? But like, I've been riding. I know he has. I've been riding a high this whole week, dude. Like There's been nothing that could like derail my happiness this week.
Absolutely
at all,
not,
yo.
man.
Not a
This has
thing,
been one of the
yo.
greatest weeks of my last like week. One of the greatest weeks of my life.
Not
Yeah.
a thing, bro. And I mean,
Absolutely.
like I'm sitting in the office at work, just like you could tell me whatever the fuck is going on. Fire me.
Yeah.
I'm chilling, yo. Like,
Yeah,
like
for
that's
real,
how
bro.
that's how crazy it's been.
Yeah.
And like,
It's fucking surreal, man.
yeah,
It's
and
fucking
as,
surreal.
Like when they won that night, right? Like that I still remember that feeling. The only time, and I kid you not, it's gonna sound hyperbolic, and I apologize to my wife right now, but the only time I ever felt like that happy was like when my firstborn was born.
Wow.
Like that moment. That's what it felt
Yeah,
like.
that's
And I
what
was
it-
like,
yeah, that's-
holy
that's what you
shit.
compare it
that's
to,
the
yeah.
sort of
Okay.
euphoric feeling that came over me. It was like when I saw my
Yeah.
firstborn. Yeah.
Wow.
It was that. And then like the rest of the week I've been just chilling. Nothing can happen, yo. Like nothing. The worst news can come
Yeah.
down, and I swear to God, the worst can come down, and I'll just be able to handle it. And just like, all right, it's been riding the high, dude. This is insane, yo.
I watched your 6-minute 3 a.m. rant, maybe.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to
Wait,
watch it again. I don't even know what I
You
was
look
saying
like
in
you
that
were
thing.
on ecstasy.
I ain't
No,
know.
but you would look completely sober, but just ecstatic with just fucking happiness.
I didn't even know what to say, dude, but I just knew how to say something. So I was like, I gotta fucking say
Yeah,
something. I gotta say
man.
something.
Yeah.
But I gotta watch that again because I don't even know what the fuck I said.
Oh, it was all right. It was safe.
It's one of those nights
it
that,
was
bro,
fine.
like
It
you're
was
so
good.
like, yo, there've been
I was
so
up till
many
7 in the
games.
morning that night, yo, after that shit.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was gonna say. There's been so many games, like even throughout this whole playoff, and I've done it in years past where they'll like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm just a lunatic, man. Like I could literally go to a game at playoff game, Madison Square Garden, or watch a playoff game at a bar somewhere, and I'll literally go home and watch that shit again.
Yeah,
Especially
yeah.
if they won,
Yeah.
I watch it again. I can't help it, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
At least I'm not gonna say the whole game, but the second half, fourth quarter, I'll watch that shit again. And then while looking at all the post game comments, everything, and then I don't go to sleep. Especially after that game 5, I didn't go to sleep till like 5 in the morning, just watching all that shit again. And then obviously they win the chip. I'm tearing that day, but bro, like I teared, like I just kept seeing shit. I swear to God, bro, over the next 3 days. So they won the chip that Saturday. Sunday I would see something, I would tear again. Monday I saw something else, tear again, bro. Like I never done that shit before for any of my teams.
Yeah.
So it was just like 3 days of like some happy ass tears, bro.
How many
Like
times?
damn.
How many times did you watch Game 5? Or have you
I
watched?
lost
so far?
count. Especially the fourth quarter, like the second
Yeah.
half, I lost count, man.
I've watched that. I have to say, I've
Numerous,
watched that
like
at
I
least
swear
6
on my
times.
life, bro, numerous times I've seen it already. Like matter of fact, I'll put it to you this way. So I specifically, and you know I do this, whatever. What I would do is, especially the last couple of years, because I don't believe in paying for cable anymore or streaming, whatever. So, you know, the only thing I will get is I'll pay for the MSG app.
Yeah.
I'll pay $30 a month, get all the games or whatever. But once the playoffs start, that's it with MSG, right? That's the way it is now.
Mhm.
So I'll get YouTube TV. And it's the only reason I paid the stupid $80, whatever it's a month for YouTube TV was for the Knicks.
Yeah.
Bro, they won the championship a week ago. I still haven't canceled that shit.
Same. I'm on the same
Because I got it on DVR and I don't want to lose that shit. So it's like, I'm like, bro, what am I going to do, man? Because
Same
I want
boat. I gotta figure it
to
out.
keep the games.
Tomorrow I'm gonna figure that
If you
shit out
cancel, you
because
lose the DVR of it.
yeah,
Well,
you lose your
you
recording.
Get outta
won't. Yeah, like, well, you could. No, you actually still have it, but like
You have to resubscribe.
but you have to resubscribe. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
That's the
basically,
problem.
you lose access to it. So, but tomorrow I'm gonna figure out. Tomorrow I'm getting a copy because I'm on the same boat. Like I need Game 4 and 5. I got them downloaded, and the parade. I got that shit on the VOD too. But I want all of that. Like
Yeah.
I want when they drop the DVD, I'm getting the DVD, the steel case, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna simp for that too. Yeah. I did it.
It's just crazy how they got you over a barrel. No matter what they put in front of you, I'm like, yeah, I'm buying
I
it.
did it for the Giants. I'm gonna do it for the Knicks too.
Yeah,
for
I'm
sure.
buying it. Yeah, but Viddy, pass 2 more than Bad Boys. Yeah, Mike, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
You don't want you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yes or no?
No beer.
Oh, no beer. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, just one. Doesn't matter. Yeah, you can do Starlight. Yeah, I'll do Starlight. And so, yeah, man, just it's been this euphoric fucking week, right? And so, yesterday there was a parade in our city.
There's a parade in my
And-
city.
Parade in
There's
New
a
York.
party in my city.
You know, and Mike, you brought up that it was what 2 million or something, and people were projecting 4 or 5 million. All this, the whole city, and the city was going crazy. The truth is, it was 2 million because they capped it, and they capped it for good reason. Because look,
Tell
I'm
them
never
the
gonna talk bad
time.
about some of these fans.
Tell the audience the time that they capped it.
It capped at like about 7 in the morning. It was
7
done.
in the morning,
About
yes.
7 in the morning it was
That's
done. The parade
insane.
starts at 10. It was starting at 10, and at 7 in the morning they were like, "That's it.
Shut it down at 7 in the morning. No more. Nobody else could enter the
No
parade.
in or out. That was it. It was just done because it was that capacity, 2 million people, and for good reason though. Because look, if there's one thing I'll say, the Knicks unite the boroughs like no other team. There's no team in New York
100%.
that unites this city the way the Knicks do. And we talked about this on the last episode. It goes from the custodian to the CEO. Doesn't matter. They're all Knicks fans and they all unite. And it's this camaraderie that happens with only this franchise. You don't see it with the Yankees. You don't see it with it's just a weird thing. Cross section of New York. Basketball does it.
It's a basketball town.
That said, some of the undercurrents in New York, the stuff that you don't necessarily want to hang out and chill with, and the wildness, the recklessness, the YNs, if you will, all that sort of nonsense is part of it too.
Yeah.
And that's what the media loves to portray. They love to visualize that and show that off because it's always sensational and it's like, oh, look at those Knicks fans. And look, they don't represent all of us, but they do represent some of us. And so it's a good thing, in my opinion, that they stopped it at 2 million because you don't want a lot of that shit to get out of hand, and then that becomes the superseding story of what that celebration was.
Right.
Right, and it was such a fucking good moment, man. And Josh on the fucking street, and I didn't even get to see Josh. Actually, Josh all of them were on the floats, and we were so in the moment and so jumping and screaming and recording and doing all those that I didn't even realize I was looking right at Josh while he's on the float.
Yeah, that happened a couple of times. Like you would see one person and then not notice the other guy there. Like, and it's funny because Spike Lee and JB were on the same float, but JB was kind of walking through the float from the front to the back, and I didn't notice him at first. And obviously, I saw Spike, and I was recording him. And then when I look back at the video, I see JB walking through.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit! I didn't even in real time see him.
Yeah,
but that's just what it was,
one of them
man.
things, man. And we were very close, but let's talk about how it happened, right? Because I guess there's funniness to that, right? Some comedic things. So Mike, of course, is like, yo, we're going to the parade. I'm like, hell yeah, of course, let's go do this. We're doing the parade. I'm in. Was it blah blah? All right, how are we gonna get there? What time we go? So we started just making plans, and we're going back and forth a little bit. We finally settled on leaving the house at 4:30 in the morning. Taking a train at 5 in the morning, getting to the city, and then making a line wherever it is, or getting to whatever checkpoints we had to do. And that's basically what it worked like. So at 4:30 in the morning, I got up. My loving wife, thank you so much. She took me to the train station. I was gonna take an Uber, but she took me to the train station, dropped me off. Mike, I meet him at the train station. I'm there. Seahawks, New Jersey, about 5 a.m. Right? We were there about 5.
Yeah, the train was at 5:03. Yep.
We get on the 5:03. It's packed.
Yeah.
With Knicks fans.
Yep.
Which is already sign number one. We're like, holy shit. Like 5:03 packed.
This is real. This is happening.
5:03 from Jersey, packed.
Yep.
And so we get out, we take it, get into Penn Station. Penn Station. I got photos of this whole thing, by the way, which I haven't put on Instagram, put anywhere, but I started like cataloging the trip as we we're going through it. We get into Penn Station. Penn Station is packed.
Yep.
Knicks fans walking through Penn Station, 5 a.m., dude. 5 a.m., right? And this is Thursday. No suits. Nobody's going to work. This is all Knicks clothing. Like everybody's just Knicks. We make our way to the A train, the A platform, packed. Knicks fans.
Yep.
Mike ran into an old friend. What was the guy's name again? Matt. Met him off of Knicks Twitter. They, moments from before, and breaking bread, talking shit. Matt joins it with a trio now. We get on the train. We were in the wrong turnstile. The A train was going local. We see it come on the other side. I was like, oh, Mike, we got to run over there. Boom. We run. The whole platform of Knicks fans is running to this damn train because obviously we're on the wrong turnstile, the wrong platform. Get into that train. Train is packed. Packed. All the way down to get to the next stop. It's going local. Next stop, packed. Everybody's just coming in. Knicks fans. It's all Knicks fans. Nothing else. Knicks fans. 1 or 2 people there that obviously were commuting, but the whole plane, the whole train, everywhere, the whole way, packed. We get to Fulton Street. Fulton Street was a zoo. Right?
Yeah, it was crazy.
As soon as we get off the train, it's a zoo. One police officer, yo, you got to hurry up. They're about to close the exit to get out of the train station.
Yeah.
We ran up them stairs just to get out of there. So we get out of this train station. And good thing that we did because sure enough on Twitter, right? I think you saw it a little bit after. They shut down the train station and people got stuck in there. Yeah, hundreds of Knicks fans were just stuck in Fulton Street Station. And so we made it out of the exit before they even closed it. This is before 6 a.m. This is all like 5:30 in the morning, 5:15, 5:30 in the morning. The parade starts at 10.
This
is what that was, right? So we get to Nassau. I think Nassau and Fulton, whatever. There's where they had like one of their checkpoints where they were letting people in, and there was just barricades, this small hole,
Yep.
and it was just a mass of people that were coming in, and they were just letting them in that way, like crowd control type of thing. Then YPD, they let us in, and then it's just we're trying to meet up with some people that Mike was meeting up with
Jessica.
with Jessica. I'm sorry, meet up with Jessica. So the three of us are standing there. We finally meet up with Jessica. It's like, all right, where we going? We're supposed to go to, I forget the name of the park. Zuccotti Park.
Zuccotti Park. Yeah.
Zuccotti Park. So to meet up with some friends at Zuccotti Park. We start walking up now, so the wrong way. Like we're going up the Broadway. So, oh no, it's the other way. So walking out the other way. And I'm taking photos of the whole thing because it's nothing but like a street full of Knicks fans. And I'm talking about 5 a.m. This is like prime time rush hour traffic, people, bodies.
Yeah,
That's what it looked like, just out there at 5 a.m., dude. And like, this is already Mike said it. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, nah, we'll be all right. But I wasn't really confident in that shit. But Mike's like, a lot of people, yo. We got to say, we got to get there. We got to get to where we're going. We passed by checkpoint because every block was like a checkpoint for these pens, is what they were calling them. But the pens is where they were letting us get to the parade, to Broadway. There was basically not letting anyone get to Broadway until 6 a.m. is when they were going to open up, I guess, the gates of the checkpoints to let you get to Broadway.
Right.
And so at every intersection was one of these pens or these checkpoints. Nothing but lines of people trying to get to these things, right? So we get down to Liberty Street, which is where he was meeting his friends at Zuccotti Park or whatever. And that lines, I don't know if this is totally true. Maybe not, because there's plenty of places in Rollins.
I didn't see the end of the line. It was too far.
But this might have been the longest line I've ever seen. And might be the longest intersection line out of all of them. I don't know that to be true, but at least in my view,
I don't know.
It was wrapped around the block like 2 blocks or something. Jessica actually told us that. She was like, this line was crazy. It's like 2 blocks away. He managed to see someone that he knew from Nick's Twitter.
Yeah.
And we cut the line.
God,
we had to jump. We had to jump in the front of that line.
It's crazy. I saw this kid that I know on Nick's Twitter. And it's funny. The same bar was at the Amontes for Game 5. He was there too.
Yeah.
So I saw him. I dapped him. I was like, "Oh, it was good, bro. Whatever." So I'm looking at the line. I'm like, "Well, I know my guy right here. So like, we right here." So it was all 4 of us, and we just stood next to him, and we like severely cut the line. I can't even lie to you.
I noticed that he kind of like moved away from that shit a little bit too, because I guess he didn't want to be part of like any sort of bullshit
with us. Yeah,
because he moved up a little bit. He gave Mike a pound. And he talked for like a second, but then he quickly like distanced himself from that shit.
But you know what saved us? The line. It wasn't like a singular line or like even two. It was like a wide line. So I just kind of like stood there, and then it's funny because then by fucking coincidence or just pure luck, I see another friend of mine walking through, this kid named Jarrell with his girlfriend or whatever, and his son or whatever. And this is a guy that I pretty much watch a lot of the games with him. Like we would go to watch parties or whatever. We had like our little Knicks group, whatever, and I was always with him all the time for a lot of the games. And I just see him walking. I'm like, "Yo, Jarrell, whatever." So he came through. He's still with us. So now it's like 8 of us, bro.
Yeah, at that point, we're part of it's our line. It's our line. We're there, right?
Yeah, and this is like literally 6 a.m. So now they're opening up.
Yeah,
and letting people go through to get screened and. We made it in.
And she was funny because Jessica, she had a handbag, and they say no bags. And I guess she didn't think they were serious about that shit. Or she thought her bag was small enough.
I don't know if I had told you, but I had DM'd her. I mean, I told her the day before.
No bags, right?
I'm like, "Yo, no bags," and I texted her or I showed her everything that they were saying that you couldn't bring. This is my god sister, someone I know for a long time.
So she brought, but it was small, like
a very small bag.
It's like a clutch. It wasn't even like a bag, but I guess she thought she didn't realize that they meant zero. They legit made her drop it right there at the check-in. They were like, "Leave it here."
Matter of fact,
she get out the line or that bag?
Like matter of fact, when we got through that barricade to go get screened, if you looked on the ground, there were like a shit ton of bags there.
Yeah,
that got confiscated.
Just boom, leave it right
all
there.
Different types of size bags, like just there.
I had to give it. This was to say, I will say this. Obviously, they did an outward show of force and having a ton of police on the ground.
Yeah,
but I'm actually thankful that they did because. A lot of bullshit could have went on if they didn't.
And you know what? If we're being honest, a lot of bullshit did. I mean, because the thing is, listen, the parade.
Did you witness a lot of bullshit?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
The parade. Listen, the parade was great. Excuse me. It was
street shit. behind the parade was a show.
Yeah, like the shit was great, but it's just like, yo, I mean, come on, there were 2 million people there. You know, it's gonna be bullshit. So like,
And it was estimated to be up to 1 million or at least 1 million.
They were saying 4 to 5 million.
yeah,
Really?
I think
I had
estimate-
seen something around.
I think it was 2 million people that got inside to watch the parade.
Yeah.
But if you go to like the surrounding areas, people that try to make it, like it had to be at least 3.
It was a zoo, dude.
It was
you see
crazy.
the clips when they closed off the gate. They actually pushed the barricade down on the police, and the police had to come in.
Yeah, there was a
and they
clip
had
of
to
that
whoop some ass.
too.
Yo, the police had to come whoop some ass.
And I didn't tell you this, but so I was talking to him yesterday. But my daughter's boyfriend went down there with some of his friends,
Oh,
Yeah.
and he said that where
How
he
old
was,
is he?
he's 20,
Okay.
and where he was at, he was actually close to the Battery Park, which is the beginning of the
down where they
parade.
started, yeah.
He was at the beginning of the parade with his friends, and he told me that he saw like 5 people pass out
Wow.
and had to get medical
Well,
attention.
there's
or
that
whatever.
video of that guy, man, which that guy. They said we can
Yeah,
laugh
that's
at that.
crazy.
It's fine, right? But
That's
they had a
crazy.
Narcan him. You know, they had a
Yeah,
Narcan him to get him up, and then he tried to make out with the lady after he woke up.
I
whatever.
think we in our section we only had one lady.
Yeah.
Remember that one lady that she was
Yeah.
saying she needed medical attention, whatever. So we had one in our section, but he told me he had 5. And then the other thing with us was, and I actually posted the video on social media. There was a a Bank America right next to us.
Yeah, there was a Bank
It
America.
had the
McDonald's.
Bank America logo. So there was people in the window, and there was a little kid,
Oh yeah.
and he had a bagel. So the crowd started chanting bagels, bagel. Now, mind you, at this point, what is it? 9:30, 10 o'clock?
It might
I
have
don't
been
know.
like 9 in the morning. 9:30.
So-
Everybody's hungry.
People have been standing in
Nobody
this
was hungry.
line.
We was just standing there from
I
6 in the
know,
morning,
just-
yo.
People stand in this line. They're thirsty. They're hungry.
And
So they
people
start
got there
chanting.
we got there. I'm sorry. We got there 5:30ish, right? And that was early as shit.
I-
And we said there
I
were people
wanted
there
to
from 4 in
know
the
the
morning.
inside joke because Mike said something like
Bagels,
something
yeah.
about bagels.
No, he can tell you now.
Like, you
But
sent me a picture of just a lone bagel on the floor.
Yeah, that's
Everything
crazy,
else
man.
is black and white.
Yeah.
I was
People
like,
out
damn,
there-
that shit kind of, even though it wasn't the best looking bagel, I was like, kind of looks delicious.
the bagels, they look like this. But no, but people out there from 4 in the morning. We got there 5:36.
Yeah.
There were people out there longer than us that was standing out there in line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy. His boy Tony was there from 4 in the morning.
A lot of people low on sleep, need some
Yeah.
energy,
Yeah,
some
yeah,
For
fuel.
sure.
So my bad, Mike. So the kid was with the
So the little kid, he has a bagel. So the crowd starts chanting bagels, bagels. So he throws the bagel into the crowd. And then I don't know if it was his
Might
dad
be
or
able to
whatever,
pull
some
up the
adult
video.
guy. He comes, he throws a bagel. So now I want to say, how many bagels you say they threw out the window? Maybe like 10?
Yeah, maybe like 8, 10 bagels.
So they threw the bagels out the window, like at the people, whatever, like to eat them, I guess, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I got the
And
video.
then, bro,
I'll put the audio.
this shit was crazy as hell, fam. So we had this girl next to us, this girl and this guy, couple. Yeah, she was crazy, bro.
And then they
Toss
started
a
screaming water.
bagel.
So you know the thing that, and I always say this that's dope about when you're with it, like with Knicks fans, Knicks, shout out to Knicks Nation, like you just start just vibing with everybody.
Yeah.
So we were vibing with this couple that was with us,
Yeah.
this guy and this girl. They were cool as hell.
My man snuck in 2 bottles of Jameson. I mean,
Yeah.
Past the security?
Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
actually, Jack Daniels honey. But he put it in her boobs. So it was in her bra or whatever. So he walked in with 2 bottles.
Yeah.
So it was like Jack. And it was swinging that shit. It was right there with it. Like
But they were
the
cool
Jack
as
honey.
hell. They were cool as hell.
Yeah.
So the girl, she had like this, I don't know, what was that, like a Nick bucket hat or
Yeah,
something?
Yeah.
She had like a Nick bucket hat. And this shit was like in slow motion, fam. Like she literally was right next to me. And like I saw it like through the periphery in the corner of my eye. I just see some shit like flying in the air, like coming towards me or whatever. Bro,
Bagel
the
molly wop.
impact that shit made with her head, bro. Yo, her hat flew off. Yo,
Yo.
bro,
Oh
I
my
felt
God.
like it was funny, but then it wasn't funny. Like I instantly felt bad for her because I'm like, yo, that shit is the way she got dinged. That shit was embarrassing.
Yeah, and I know that shit hurt, yo.
And I know that shit hurt.
That was
I
an
know that
everything
shit
bagel.
hurt. I know that shit hurt.
Yo,
Yo, because
Everything
the
bagel to
bagel was
donkey.
flying around the crowd, and I showed you the photo. That this is not hyperbole. There had to be at least 10,000 people behind us. 10,000 people.
It was crazy.
And so the bagel was flying from the back and went all the way back there, and then someone threw it to the front, and that was the bagel that came.
And hit her in the head, and her hat flew off, and she laughed and she joked about it, but I'm like, damn, I know
She was calling that shit the holy bagel, whatever, and that's why I took the picture, and I was like, this is an album
the
cover.
bagel that you saw in that picture on the floor, that's the bagel that hit her.
Oh, damn.
It's the same bagel that hit her.
That's why I wanted to know the backstory of that bagel.
I took that shit in portrait mode. I was like, this is gonna be a dope photo.
We
That
didn't-
was sick.
Yeah, nobody touched it. We just left it on the
It's
ground.
crazy because it's like everything's black and white.
Yeah.
Just as like this little shitty looking bagel. I'm like,
Yeah, you had to make the bagel pop out after all of that. Yeah, it was crazy.
Funny, man. It was funny. That shit whopped her, yo. But yeah, she wasn't good. She didn't black out or wasn't like real whatever.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. If that shit would have hit me, bro, I think I'd have tried to make my way back there. Like, who the fuck do that
crazy.
shit? Like,
There was this guy from Staten Island. We ended up calling him Parfait. I don't know what his name was. We ended up calling him Parfait.
oh, that dude was crazy,
He
bro.
was actually pretty funny. We were saying some crazy shit too, but so he was one that I think he got sick for a little bit, or he was feeling whatever, like he was gonna pass out. So he sat down, like on the floor, literally
On the
in his
ground,
crowd.
bro.
He just sat down because he just couldn't really stand up a little bit. And as he's standing down,
And I was fucking with him too. I'm like, oh, bro, you tapping out?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
tapping out? He was like sitting on the ground.
and he was just down there because it wasn't yesterday wasn't hot, but it's just that you're so packed in.
it was actually windy as hell.
Yeah, but it was just so packed in. There was no wind, no breeze, no nothing. It was just body heat and like humidity, and you
Yeah, I mean,
couldn't
you're shoulder to
move and
shoulder with
everything.
people,
You're
you
shoulder
know?
to shoulder, so it was tough. And you're sitting there, standing there for hours, whatever. So I can see why people are just like passing out and do whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Right? But anyways, so he sits down, and a few occasions, this is one thing I got to say. There's some people down there in Lower Manhattan that these motherfuckers are dedicated employees, bro. Because there was a bunch of them that was like, yo, I'm trying to get to work, and were legit trying to get to work. There was like 2 or 3 that were bullshitting, but there was, and we'll tell you which one was bullshitting right now when we get into, merch. But this Indian guy in a suit, he's
Yeah.
like, hey, man, I'm not here for parade. He's like, I'm just trying to get to work. He was cutting through everybody trying to get to work on his thing.
He was bullshitting.
No, he was that serious. He get to work.
Oh,
He was
okay.
getting to work. But he had like a Starbucks bag, whatever, with some food
Yeah.
in it and shit, and as he was cutting through, and his parfait fell out of the bag. But it fell into this dude's hand. The dude was Staten Island, like literally, he was sitting down and fell into.
He's
like,
sitting now. So picture a dude like trying to go through a crazy crowd. He's got his coffee and his, or whatever was in his Starbucks bag, and another dude is just sitting on the ground, like Indian style, just sitting on the ground, like with it, kind of with his head in his hands, right?
Yeah.
Like he was like
yeah, he was
dead
just like,
tired.
he was like about to pass out type of shit.
And the little the parfait, whatever, like it's almost like it fell from the sky from him and it landed right in his lap.
That's what he was saying. He was like, yo, God sent this to me. He was like, gave it to me, landed
Yo, that
right
dude
in
was
my
funny,
hand, yo.
man.
And we were just all cracking up. And then he called the guy up. He's like, yo. He's, giving it before he gives it away. He's like, yo, your thing. He was trying to give it back to him. And so the guy was like, nah, just keep it. Just keep it. So he gave
What
it to
the
him.
fuck?
And he was like, oh, that's blessed you right there. That parfait's going to bring you back. It's going to bring you
Yeah.
back. But he didn't have a spoon.
He was like, what the fuck? I don't got a spoon though.
It was
But-
an Indian guy.
No, this is the dude that was
Oh,
with us.
okay.
He wasn't really with us, but he was with us in that little section.
Yeah.
And so then he wanted to like toss that parfait across the
At a
street to
police
hit-
officer or some shit.
Yeah,
I'm
police
like,
officer.
God.
bunch of
bro, you
craziness.
wilding right now.
Yeah, and I'm like, bro, maybe don't do that. You know what I mean? Like,
It's not a good idea,
let's
fam.
not do that. You don't want to get you out here for a good time and end up in fucking central booking for some stupidness. And then plus, I was like, think about it on the other side. Even if you don't hit the police officer, you hit a fan. How whack is that? You're gonna hit somebody here with some yogurt or some shit like that. If they'd have thrown that shit at you, you'd be tight. It was
Right.
Yeah.
yeah. So that whatever. That was it. And then he went to McDonald's down the block and just like resuscitated. He ate like some breakfast and was fine. He
I don't know
came
how he made it to that McDonald's, but he made it and made it back. I was like,
Yeah,
wow,
yeah.
bro, you trooped it for real to get through
So-
that crowd.
There were a few characters, right? There was this one guy that he was telling the truth, thankfully, because I believe in my heart he would have got beat up there, yo. And he was one of these that I got to get to work guys. He kept coming. He came from the back, like 10,000 deep. I'm talking about behind us. He came from all of that, went through that, pushed through like us, and we're like, yo, where the fuck you going? Where the fuck you? He's like, I'm trying to get to work. Got to get to work. And I'm like, get to work. You can't cross the street. Like it's the parade is here, bro. Like it's not happening. They're not
Yeah.
letting you go across the street. And he begged the police officers. I guess he showed every badge of ID he had, showing them that he was
Yeah.
in that building or something. They let him cross the street. They let him actually get to work. But honestly, he needed that because people were probably gonna stomp him out or something. So
There's a lot of people talking shit to him while he was like at the
they
front
were
of the
like, you better be
barricade.
going to work because he was like, he
Yeah.
pushed through to everybody to get to the barricade. You know what I mean? Like to get to the very front.
Like, you about to get fucked up.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And I was like, that's a dedicated worker, yo. But I also know, I know when a nigga about to get fired. Like he on his last, the last warning and all that shit. 'Cause
Yeah.
ain't no way any
My
normal
man
day
had
at
his
work, I'm going through
man
that to
had his
get to work,
last
yo.
write up already.
He was on his last write up. There was no way he was not getting to that building because going through that crowd, 10,000 people to get to work, bro.
Yeah, that's
bro. Nah,
crazy.
bro. Nah,
Dedication.
nothing under the sun would have made me do that, right? So as that's happening, there's these three cats. I don't know where they came from, bro. I really don't know. There's so many people, you just don't know where these people come from. At some point, it felt like we stood still. We were in our spot, right, Mike?
Yeah.
But somehow we kind of like shifted a little bit, like different thing. Like there was
And
some cat older. I was kept
and it
calling
felt
him
more
Eminem. Some
bunched up.
blonde head dude showed up out of nowhere. I was like, this motherfucker was not here like 2 hours ago. How is he here?
Yeah.
Like it was just weird. Bodies were just moving in and out. Like it was just interesting in that way.
I
But-
know Mike sent a like a selfie, and it was a lot of Caucasians in the background. He
Yeah, it
must
was a
have
lot
been
of
a
people,
different part of New York. At that
Nah, it was just a mixed crowd, man. A lot of
Nah,
white
but it was
guys,
a mixed,
whatever.
very, very mixed. All
That
backgrounds.
couple,
like, for
the
real.
lady that hit, they were white. And they were
Yeah.
cool as shit. She don't shave her armpits though. I'll say that much. Like,
Yeah, that
she's
was
like really
crazy.
French,
That's
yo.
a very specific.
Yeah, because she stretched
Yeah.
up. She stretched her hands up like, and I was wondering if Mike saw it because I'm like, I know Mike would have said something to
Are
me.
they
You
French?
know what's crazy,
I know Mike
bro?
would've said
I
something to me
never,
if he didn't
honestly, I never saw it, but I knew it was true because you said it, and I'm in a group chat with Jarrell, and he mentioned it. He was like, because we joked. I posted the bagel in another chat, and then I had to explain what happened, and then Jarrell was like, "Nah, that bitch deserved it with them armpits." I was like, "Wow,"
Yo,
and I was
because-
after you said what you said.
Yeah, because
whatever.
I'd never seen that before. It was just like
Yeah.
a full head of like armpit hair, bro. Like it wasn't like one spraggler.
That's
or something.
crazy.
It was just she don't believe in shaving. It was wild. It was wild. And so like you know what it is to have more than me? And like I know and I don't know
I
what my
mean,
armpit looked like, but
It's not. That's not a difficult task.
That's what
no
we doing?
offense.
that's what we do. That's what we do. We
I'm
say
just kidding.
that's what we do. So right, and shout out to them. They were cool peoples, man.
They were
but,
good
you know,
people. They were
but-
cool.
but, you know, she don't
Real
shave.
cool, down to earth. For
And
real.
so these three cats showed up
Uh-huh.
out of nowhere, and this dude had like a crazy afro, weird shit, whatever. And Jarrell, he had said something. He turned around, he made a comment. He's like, "Yo, you know, you could tell who's like a bandwagon fan or real fan. You could tell by the merch." And
Yeah.
Mike was like, "I feel like you're trying to say something about something." He goes, "Nah, whatever." And we looked, and it was the most bootleg. I just bought this off the
Championship
street for
Knicks shirt.
$10 Chinatown shirt that you could
Yeah.
ever see, bro. It was the championship 2026 Knicks. Fine. It was Knicks Royal Blue. Fine. You know, screened on, whatever you bought in the street, bootleg, fine.
Respect the hustle.
I respect it. I
Respect
do
the
respect the
hustle.
hustle.
But this is the part that you can't respect, though.
Bro, none of the players look like them, yo.
None of them.
Oh.
None of,
The
Yo,
only
and I'm
ones,
not-
wait. Like
take a photo of
Jalen
that shirt?
Brunson looked like Jalen Brunson, and I would say Cat a little bit, but he had Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, I think Deuce McBride,
I know our
Josh
Deuce was
Hart,
on there. Josh was
Mitchell Robinson. The numbers of the players, but the faces, it wasn't the player.
there. Yeah, completely different.
And it's
players.
like, fam, like you really decided to buy that shirt? Like you're not a real Knicks fan, bro. Like knock it off. Like
No,
stop.
it was bad. It was bad.
It was
yo.
bad. It was really bad.
You didn't take a photo of that thing? I was looking. I was like, damn, did I get a
Shit.
photo of this guy?
Damn, I
did
gotta
not.
go through my pictures. I don't think I'm maybe I gotta check.
I
don't
knowing
think so,
Jarrell, I think he probably took a photo, but
Maybe he did. I should have took a picture of that shit because that was crazy,
It
bro.
was a crazy shirt. Like it was the whole like you seen the Willie Cauley Stein shit. It
Yeah.
was that. It was like players that did not belong in this team were on that team, yo. And they were standing out there, and then that dude Parfait, he had me.
Yeah, he
cracking
was
up.
funny as hell,
Because he
bro.
was like, that nigga right there with the fucked up afro, we want his soul, yo. We want his blood. But he had this selfie stick, Viddy. Like, you know, the old school selfie stick for your
Yeah.
camera. And he was
I
like,
thought he was gonna hit him in the head with that
he
shit, bro.
poked him in the head. You ain't see he poked his fro.
I ain't see it.
Yeah,
Damn.
bro, he poked him in the head. He's like, we want his blood.
Yeah, we want his soul. We want his blood. Like he was wilding, bro. He was funny though.
He was
He was
amazing 'cause they
funny.
cut the line. He was like that, and he's like his little Mexican friend right
Yeah,
over
he
there
was
with,
funny,
like, his
bro.
hat. And they were both, all three of them were looking kind of a little shook, whatever. But
Yeah, they
Nobody-
didn't say shit. They knew they was talking about him. They didn't say shit. I'm like,
but
yeah.
nobody was gonna get crazy right there because one, the police, all that sort of nonsense, and
I mean, the only part I ain't gonna lie, and it was my fault for a little bit maybe it got contentious or whatever for like a little minute. Was there were these four dudes, and bro, they literally like they were cutting through the line, and then they just stood in front of us. And at that point, like he's been saying, like there's so many people that there was some people legitimately trying to go to work, but there was also people like, oh, I'm cutting through, I got to go to work, but they had Knicks gear on. So it became a joke after a while where people trying to like cut through the line or whatever in some form of way, going in one direction. We will all say like, yo, yeah, you got to get to work, right? It became like a joke. So these 4 dudes, whatever, like, I don't know, maybe late 20s, whatever, I don't know. And they just stood in front of us. And I couldn't help it at this point, bro. So I'm like, I said, yo, my man, I said, I don't know where you going, but you can't stand right here. You cannot stand right here, bro. So he immediately looks at me and he like offers me a pound. He's like, nah, bro, like whatever, like we ain't trying, whatever. And then his man, like, I know he said something slick. I didn't really hear it.
Nah, I heard it. But again,
something about like nobody's moving us or something like that.
Yeah, that's what he said. He was like, no, we've been through here already. Ain't nobody stopped us yet.
Yeah.
That's what he said. And I looked at Mike and I'm like, oh shit, is this shit gonna happen right now? And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
But I was like, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Because he did open his mouth on some wild shit. The other dude, the one you talking about, he turned on. He's like, nah, we just trying to get through, whatever. He pounded Mike. But this fool.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? And I didn't tell you this, and I'll say it now, and it's gonna sound a little stupid. I'm not gonna lie, but I was wearing a shirt that was pretty baggy. And I'm like, yo, I should have really not like wore no shirt right now just to let the nigga know, like, you fucking with I'll fuck you up, bro. Like, you fucking with the wrong dude. Like, you too little right now. I'll drag you up and down this shit, bro. Like, you with the wrong one right now. Like, you talking crazy. Like, but the one dude, like I said, he gave me a pound and he was like really trying to be about peace. But it's like, bro, like you literally stood, like you were walking through and then just stopped. Right in front of her, like, so we pussy?
But
like, we supposed to just let you stay here and not say that?
But they weren't trying to stay there. Like, that's what the dude that pounded you was like, peace. I heard what he was trying to do. They was trying to find some way to cross the street. And I'm like, bro, and I said, I was like, bro, you're not crossing the street. There's no way you crossing the street, especially not here. And then he was like, yeah. And then obviously you and him talk, whatever. And he gave my pound. He's like, no, we're not staying here. He was like, we just, but then, like you said, there was this other cat that was with him.
Yeah.
And I guess because of whatever Mike said, he was just like, nah, but we've been through this already mad times. Ain't nobody stopped us yet. And when he said that, my ears perked up like, and you know me, I'm a peaceful dude. My ears perked up and I'm like, oh, this is really what's happening? And I looked over at Mike because I knew it just takes a switch, right?
What time is this?
And I was like, this had to be like 8 in the morning, bro.
Yeah, it's not early, bro.
Like, the parade didn't even start yet. And I'm like,
yo, this is about to rumble.
And I'm like, yo, this is about to happen right now because this kid
is still hungry.
This kid just had some stupid, bro.
I ain't even drink no water. I ain't had nothing to eat.
Coffee in 2 hours.
Oh man.
Mind you, on top of that,
balance.
On top of that, at this point, we had already like set up this area.
Yeah, like we was, 100%.
That dude was going up against like 8 people. He was gonna get worked, yo. And I'm sitting there like,
it wasn't just me. I'm saying that, but it wasn't just me. Like I got other people with me. If y'all four want to get mopped up,
then when you see your opponent, your confidence gets even higher.
Yeah,
like,
and I'm like,
we're about to destroy this kid.
I'm like, this dude is crazy. Yo, we had this dude, and I ain't gonna say that he would have been in this or not, but I mean, he was kind of part of the clique, and I doubt he would have done anything. But this motherfucker was 6'11", yo. We were calling him Wemby. He was a giant motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
And he was right there, and I'm like,
it's crazy. I'm not even counting them. So we really, I think at 8. We really had like damn near 12, 14 with us.
I'm talking about Wemby.
Parfait
would have worked that dude. Parfait
we talking Wemby. Wemby was we calling him Wemby. He was a Knicks fan. He was really tall. He was 6'10".
He's like 6'10".
Big as fuck, yo. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Parfait was part of the crew.
Parfait was there.
He was part
with,
of
like,
their
this
crew.
Whole section.
But we was all together. We were all talking shit together. Like we were all like constantly communicating.
We all agreed. We were like, yo, once like 1 or 2 of these cats started with the I gotta get to work. We're like I said, we're not letting nobody pass through in front of us. Nobody passes. This is our shit. So like we all kind of agreed on that.
Yeah.
So again, I'm not gonna say that everybody would have joined in on it, but it was a perilous situation for that guy to be popping his mouth like that.
It pretty much was a 3-1 scenario because it was like 12 to like 4. Like they got fucked up.
It would have been a bad look for them. You know what I mean? And us too. It would have been everybody would have just been would have been a bad moment, and it would have been something that would have been on TV or some stupidness like that, right? But.
Yeah.
Honestly, and I wasn't even thinking about that in the moment. I was just annoyed, like that they just stood there like for a second. I'm like, bro, you can't stand right here. Like, come on, man.
No, but I mean, the other two, to their credit, the other two were like, yeah, no, we just this, and they kept it moving. But that one cat, like, I don't know, I don't know where that comes from. You know,
Oh.
niggas, I can't, I can't speak to that. Listeners, people, I can't speak to. I like to think that I got a nice, sensible skull in my brain inside my head. Like me being in his situation, I would not say some stupidness like that.
Yeah, you know what's
Because
crazy?
it just takes a second from
Yeah.
somebody to just that turns into something crazy.
So the
And
other,
much credit to you, Mike, because I noticed I've known him since what 96, 97.
yeah.
The Mike that's here today is a godsend because that sort of comment, me and him would have been in central bookings. I'll tell you right now, me and him would have been in central bookings if that.
I'm not gonna
comment
lie. Like in the moment, I there's a part of me that wishes that I didn't say anything, but I couldn't help it at that point. But it's not like I reacted maybe how I would have when I was younger. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was still like somewhat handled okay. And the fact that the dude immediately extended his hand when I started talking my shit, I knew that he wasn't really on it like that. So it helped. It helped. But you know what's funny? And I told Chrissy this, and I didn't tell you this, whatever. So as some people know, whatever, I think you know too now, whatever, like the Knicks won the chip, and I bought the WWE Knicks championship belt.
Yeah, that belt is fire, bro. That belt is
So I'm walking around all through the city with this belt. Put the stickers on it that says NBA champions, all of that, whatever. And as you know, even during the parade, people wanted to either take a picture with me with the belt, or take a picture of me by myself with the belt, or they wanted the belt and wanted to take a picture. It was like all those three things. Even Matt, who was with us, he joked around and he was like, bro, you should have set up like a QR code and had them scan the code to take a picture, because he said you would have been a rich man. Because it was constantly people asking me to take a pic. So now we're leaving the parade. I'm taking constant pics or whatever. People took pics. Now we're walking through to go back towards the train station, and I got stopped multiple times, like to take a pic. And I got to give you credit, because I was telling Chrissy this, and she was laughing when I explained it to her. I'm like, yo, it got to a point where so many people were asking that I would put myself in a position where, like, if they dipped off, I'm just gonna mollywop them one time. And I noticed that I noticed it too at the time. Like, he was standing in a certain position where, like, they couldn't go nowhere. Like, if they went to their right, they would run into him. If they kind of like went straight or left, they were running to me. Couldn't really go nowhere. Like, so it's almost like we were guarding the chip. We were guarding the chip. Cause
that PTSD was still.
Yo, like, we didn't want nobody to run off with the belt.
I know.
Yeah, because you never know, man. People were drinking, and it was people of all different types of ages.
All it takes is one idiot.
Yeah, it only takes one idiot, right? Exactly. So, and then, like, I was showing love. I was letting a lot of people take a picture with the belt. But, like, I appreciate you because he was guarding the belt with me, and I didn't thank you for that at the time. But then I was explaining it to Christy, and she made a comment. She's like, "Oh, Alex is guarding the belt." I said, "Yeah, like we really were, yo, like for real."
No, I can see that. I can see the nonsense, and
yeah,
I'm like, I know that happens.
And I didn't even tell him nothing, but he just he picked up on it. He knew what the vibe was. He knew what I was thinking already from jump without me telling him. So it's like we were both guarding. It was funny. So I get to the picture that I took by the sanitation truck, and it's all there's like 30 kids, 30 people on top of the sanitation truck with the driver in, all around the truck, just chilling, vibing. Yeah, maybe even more than that. I'm probably underselling it. But anyway, this one kid, Hispanic kid, he's on top of the sanitation truck, and he's like, yo, I look up, and he shows me a picture. He's got like a regular, like WWE belt. I'm like, oh, that's fire, bro. He's like, yo, your belt is fire. Whatever. Cool. So people take pictures. I'm getting ready to dip. And he looks at me. He's like, yo, bro, can I just pass me the belt? Let me take a pic. And I said, bro, I can't do that respectfully because I don't know what's going to happen. I sent up there, and if some shit happens, I'm going to blast whoever tries to do some funny shit. So I leave. We start walking maybe a block later towards it, like a block away from that shit. And the kid runs up on me. And he's like, yo, can I take a picture now? So I was like, yo, bro, my bad. I ain't mean, because I feel like I kind of like, not that I blacked on him, but I was kind of like, bro, nah, I can't do that. I can't give you the belt. You up there. So I felt bad for the kid. I said, yeah, bro, sure, man. I ain't mean to like bark on you, but I don't,
it was a statement piece.
It's just, this is really important to me. And I didn't know, not that it would have been your fault, but somebody could have grabbed it from you. You never know. It could have just been something crazy. So it's crazy. So I gave him the belt. And, like, he does, like, this weird pose. Yeah, like,
it was real stupid.
Yeah, he had the belt, and, like, but like not looking at the camera. Had his phone. I had his phone to take the picture, and he wouldn't look at the phone. He kind of like was bowing his head down, like he was looking for a pose, basically, as he took like a wrestler. Like
I
as
think
he
he was trying
took,
to do the Roman Reigns shit, but he
I don't.
doing right,
Yeah, I don't know. He was doing maybe
Reigns,
some
don't
Roman Reigns.
look up. Roman Reigns looks up, right?
Yeah, so I don't know. He was doing some wrestler or something. He was in his own world, bro. And I just took 3 pics of him. I said, "Yo, bro, yeah, man." Like, but it was just crazy, man. Like, it was a lot of love with the belt. My god sister, she even joked, saying like, "Yo, you're more popular than the Knicks at this parade because there was a lot of people that wanted. Yeah, they wanted the belt."
So did you guys? I didn't. I may have missed this, but did you guys see any of the
Damn, we
flow?
talking about like everything that happened outside the parade, but the parade, right?
Yeah.
No, no.
like-
Oh yeah, we
No,
got
saw
tons of
all them.
videos.
Like,
Yeah,
the spot that we ran was actually, and kudos to your peoples for picking that spot. It was amazing,
Yeah.
dude. Like there was
Okay.
no obstruction, no nothing. It was just like open park, whatever. Mitch stopped right in front of us.
Oh, you saw the monster truck?
Yeah, he was in his
we
truck.
got a
and
video of
stopped
it.
there in
Yeah.
front of us. That's what I'm saying. On the low, Jose Alvarado had the best float. Like he was lit.
his
bro.
shit was more lit.
It's
yeah.
interesting because the most that you take away from it, it's all these weird moments
Yeah.
that you're like
Yeah.
kind of in the trenches of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
parade.
Nah, but
Where
we saw
those
players.
moments when they pop up, you're like, yeah, that was cool, but the real parade is just like
everything that's
all
happening.
this crazy
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
that happens.
Honestly, yeah, it's the interactions that you have with people, bro.
Yeah,
like
bro,
real
yeah,
shit.
Yeah, the Knicks
It really
fans.
is.
But no, it was crazy. I mean,
We saw Chris
his-
Rock, Ben Stiller.
Oh, damn,
we
that's-
saw We got
Yo,
videos of
Chalamet-
Dolan.
Chalamet was on one. He was on there on the mic, just like screaming to the crowd and
Nice.
rapping and
All
shit.
the players,
Chalamet-
even old players. We saw Patrick Ewing.
Yeah.
We saw Latrell
He had his
Sprewell.
own. Chewing had his own
Yeah,
fucking.
he came in the car.
He
came in the
like
car
what was that, like a
with
convertible or some
Yeah,
shit?
some sort of
Some
convertible.
drop
Give
top
him a
shit.
ring. You think he deserves a
Who's
ring?
the dude?
Yeah, I mean,
Who's the dude that came
he
up to
traveled
us?
with the team.
Who's the
Oh,
dude
yeah.
that came up to us with the trophy? I can't-
I mean, he's like the 15th, not even maybe like the 17th player on the roster, but Trey Jameson, who's the center. He came right to where we were at with the Larry O'Brien trophy
Oh damn!
and like hoisted it up and everything. It's
Yeah,
pretty
it was
cool.
like-
Yeah.
you got footage of that?
I should have it.
I have it
Oh,
in my
damn.
phone. I gotta look it up, but yeah.
it was all that stuff.
Spam the
And
chat.
this is the thing. Like we were
I'd
so
love
in the
to see
moment
that.
that when we were leaving, I was like, damn, the 2 players I wanted to see, I didn't get to see, like JB and Hart. That's who I
Yeah.
that wanted to-
Yeah.
and they were right in front of us, yo. Like they were there on the floats
It
right
just-
in front of us. But
yeah,
we were
it
so in
just-
the moment, so lit, all that shit.
Bro,
I didn't even
the
realize I was
float
looking right
goes
at him,
by
yo.
so fast, and then when you kind of see someone that you know, like for example, like OG, I saw him first. You kind of just lock in on that player,
Yeah.
then not really notice that at the back of the float, Cat was there, holding I think the Eastern
Mm-hmm.
Conference Finals trophy. You know what I mean? Like so, it's like it's just certain things until you look back at the video again, where you're like, oh shit, this dude was right there. I didn't even
Yeah.
in real time. I just didn't notice him.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. There was so many people mobbing up on that shit. It was
Man,
really cool, man.
That's awesome, man.
And
I'm glad
yeah.
you guys got
his
to
boy
experience
caught
that.
one of the shirts. They were giving out like 15,000 shirts. or
Yeah,
something.
Matt caught one of the
He
shirts.
caught
Yeah.
one of the shirts that they threw
Nice.
into the crowd,
And-
whatever.
The other part of it too was again you know, seeing all the players interacting with people, that was great. But then it's like just standing in the same spot for 6 hours, like that was brutal. You know, and then dealing with some of the knucklehead shit or whatever. But
Yeah.
I was extremely tired after all that. You know what I mean? Like I went to bed like maybe 10 at night, woke up at 3 a.m. So now it's 12 o'clock. I'm beat. So I came home. I don't know what you did. I know
I
you
came
took
home
the
went to sleep.
Yeah, so I did the same thing. I came home. I mean, what time you got home? Maybe.
I got here about like 2:30, 3-ish around there.
So you got a little bit early to me.
Okay.
I got home like maybe 4, and I slept for like 2 hours, bro. I was.
wow.
Yeah,
you
I
worked
was
today, Friday, Juneteenth.
I didn't work
Shout out
Juneteenth, and I told them that too. I said, thank God I got
You worked
Juneteenth
today?
off.
Oh, I had.
I said, thank God I had Juneteenth off because if I didn't, I would have just took another day off.
right.
So funny thing last sidebar, right? Parfait, he had us cracking up because Clyde opened up. He was the first thing down.
Right.
Yeah, Clyde was the first one. Yeah,
Clyde was on
Clyde.
the converter. We came in, but he came down listening to like
Driving and thriving.
driving and driving. He came down listening to like Michael Jackson or something very Caucasian. I would say it wasn't even Michael Jackson. It was just something that was old school 70s pop or something. It was just something like that. And that was the vibe. Then the marching bands came down and they were lit. I'm like, damn, I didn't know NYPD had a marching band. I was like, this is pretty fucking dope. Like it would bang out all that sort of shit. It was crazy.
yeah.
The bagpipes, all that stuff comes down. But it's traditional parade shit. You start hearing it was OG's float because OG was the first float that came on. You start hearing like bass, like music, like bass,
Yeah.
hip hop, all that bass shit come on. And that dude Parfait had me dying because he goes, yes, niggas is coming. My niggas is on the way. He goes, yes, yes. And then like the whole crowd just started laughing there too. He's like, niggas is coming.
I'm not gonna lie, like I feel like I should have got like his Twitter or his
Yeah, he
IG
was a
handle
funny
or some
guy,
shit
man.
because he was funny as hell,
What's
bro.
the backstory again on Parfait? He was just
We call
He was
Parfait
just
'cause
there.
He was the one that passed
He-
out
'cause
with the.
he
what
just
was it?
randomly had
Because
a
he's the one that had a
Parfait
parfait.
dropped
We
his
don't
name,
know his
yeah.
real name.
don't
Just
know.
like the tall 6'10" dude, we call him Wemby. We don't know his name. And the other dude, the older dude that looked like he was
That
about
came from
50.
Virginia. He came from Virginia.
Yeah, he was cool as hell
He
too.
drove
Like,
off of Virginia.
bro, there was
Ford
just a lot of
Dang.
dope people there, man. That was just vibing. It was
Yeah.
cool.
So those three were together. It was Parfait,
Yeah.
Wemby, and that old dude from Virginia. They were together. And Parfait was like from. All I know about him is that he's from Staten Island. And we just
That's
call him
awesome,
Parfait
man.
because
I'm glad
obviously
you
he caught
guys
that
had a
shit.
good time, man. I was like living through you. What I was waiting for more footage, but I said these guys must be locked in.
No, there was no service. No service.
Yeah.
We didn't get
Oh,
service until the thing
damn.
was over.
Yeah, no, there was
No
no
service.
cell
Get
phone
outta
service.
here.
No
Yeah,
service.
like nobody had service in the area.
In the middle of New York City.
It's just that there was so many phones, I guess, there that there was just no.
Holy
That's what I think. That's what I
shit.
said. Well, it was just too many phones.
Yeah, 'cause I
God
had full
damn.
bars. I had full bars, but nothing was going through.
I know the one picture you sent, which was cool as hell. It was like on the corner of a block.
Yeah,
There's one building,
yeah.
and you just said a zoo, and they were like on a. People were just on a. Might have been a fire truck or something.
Yeah, yeah.
There's just
Yeah.
like statement pictures that just look fucking insane.
Yeah,
man.
that's how it was. Though. It
Yo,
was like that.
and honestly, the other part of it too, like for me, like I said, I was so tired that like I didn't like all the videos that I have, or a lot of the videos that I have, I posted like to my Instagram account.
Yeah.
I did it today because I was so tired. I didn't even
Yeah.
do it yesterday. Like somebody even DM me like today. And he was like, "Oh, the parade is today, bro." Like joking around. I'm like, "Bro, I was so tired. I didn't want to post none of this shit yesterday.
Yeah.
I waited till today to post it because I was just exhausted."
I haven't
know?
posted my bagel photo. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the bagel photo. I'll probably
Can
I posted I the bagel photo because like I that he took and the way he made it, whatever. I posted it to my socials. So
Can
The
I
bagel
say
photo.
it, one thing before we? I know we've been going for a while, but we might be wrapping soon. But I listened to the last episode, right? And I never listened to MCP episodes because I hate the sound of my own voice. But I knew that I wasn't on this episode, and I
So it
wanted
made
to
it
hear.
easier.
I wanted to hear Mike and Garcia talking about the Knicks when they weren't sure if they were going to win the finals, right? And this is a great episode. Please, if you're listening this far now, go back and listen to that because it's incredible to like reflect on. I mean, in the moment it was crazy because you guys you had a level of confidence that I hadn't heard from Knicks fans
100%.
in a while, but there was the title of the episode was PTSD,
Yeah.
and you hit on a lot of I'll say the notable things to me where it's like Mike saying, "Man, I'm gonna talk a lot of shit," and Garcia he went on the Brunson thing. You guys went on a whole Brunson spiel, and he's saying he's him, and it was great. But one of the greatest moments of that episode that people would appreciate is the Knicks fandom is a specific thing that not people probably don't realize. It's like Giants or New York football has Giants and Jets, so it's very split.
Right.
Hockey has
Rangers,
Islanders,
Devils, yep.
Even football, you have the Bills, right? It's like very
Mhm.
split, but like New York basketball has just this one team.
Right.
Even if you want to count Brooklyn, which I had a Brooklyn hat.
But we don't.
I was
we
a
don't-
Biggie fan.
We don't count Brooklyn.
Still love you, bro.
I know. I mean,
Maybe the Liberty.
I was a New
Might count
Jersey
the-
Nets. Jason Kidd. I was a New Jersey Nets fan.
We
for
get
a
it. We
little
get
while.
it.
But the way you described that feeling of like just being a Knicks fan and this team representing the state and how you
Right.
interact with random people in the street, like you told a story about how you met somebody and you talked to him for like 10 minutes about the Knicks and you didn't even know this
Yeah.
dude. It's like
Yeah.
that doesn't happen with a lot of other teams. I can people spark up different conversations
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
teams, but like there was something in the air. Like it brought out a lot of people
hmm
to be like
I agree.
realize, damn,
Yeah.
there's something special going on here.
It's a little different with the Knicks. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, there was something, and I think the years of all that pain brought people to like appreciate it even more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And it's like,
Yeah, man.
Yeah. That's
Right?
well
It's
said.
it's almost like
Well said, man.
it's almost like the Ewing finger roll, the Starks 2 for 18,
yeah.
Melo getting blocked at the rim, Halliburton, right? Game 1 last year.
That fucking bounce. Man.
Charles Smith, game 5 in '93 against the Bulls. I can bring up so many different things
If it
right
can
now.
go wrong, it went wrong all the time.
But it's almost like I'm obviously those things, they're still a part of the Knicks history. There's still things that, we know happen, but it's almost like it's just not as important anymore.
Yeah.
And it's all because on June 13th, 2026, the Knicks became the goddamn world champions, man.
Damn.
Number 11 put that team on his back.
Yo,
It still
I will
feels
never
surreal.
allow a
Does it
motherfucker.
not still
Let me
feel
say
surreal?
this:
Yeah,
I will
it still
never,
feels surreal.
all my life, like I said, like in that post
Rest
that I
in
put on.
peace, Tibbs.
Yeah.
Rest in
Shout out to
peace, Tibbs, yo.
Tibbs. Like the one thing, bro. Like,
Tibbs.
and I said it earlier in a post
Believe it
that I
or
made
not,
on
believe it
IG.
or not, I'm sorry, but believe it or not, Brunson won playing Tibbs ball. You know, like he ended that game playing Tibbs ball, and he did it. He did it though.
Go ahead, Mike.
But I was gonna say was that I've always defended the Knicks, like again since I was a little kid. But bro, it's the same energy with Jalen Brunson.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna let you get away with nothing. With Jalen Brunson, like, nah, you can't get that, bro. Like, what I seen this man do, man, like, again, shouts to OG. OG was great. Oh, listen, let me, I should have prefaced it with this. Let me say this. OG's my favorite Knick.
Yeah.
Because I've always been, like, a guy that, defense means something to me. So if you could play defense, you're probably gonna be my favorite player. So a two-way guy like OG, I love him. He's my favorite Knick. But Jalen Brunson, nah, fam, like bro, like
and look,
for him to be 6 feet and do what he was doing, bro, like because I know they say he's 6'2". That man is not 6'2", bro. Like
Yeah,
stop it. He's
I
not
want to say
6'2".
something about Mike's fandom because he's not a delusional fan.
Right.
I've heard him shit on the Knicks time and time again.
I mean, I try to be honest.
No, I'm talking about like shit on them in the way like being critical of them.
Yes, yeah.
That no delusional fans won't do that. They're just
Right.
gonna be a
I
fair
try to be
weather
even.
fan. But
I try to be even.
This is
Yeah.
what you have when you have a diehard person that watches everything and when,
You gotta,
like is in
you also got to remember his Chris Duhon days.
yeah.
Like the Chris Duhon
Chris
Mike
Duhon.
was a delusional Mike.
He's but
Nah, I
overly
wasn't
critical.
delusional, man.
I'm just talking
Overly,
shit.
but
I'm
not
just talking
overly,
shit.
but like
Oh,
he's
wait, doesn't
critical in a
Chris
sense.
Duhon have the Knicks assist record though?
I'm talking shit. I'm talking shit.
Yeah, and when I say you shit on them, it's like because you want them to be do well.
Yeah.
But you were very like anybody that could just say, "Yeah, I'm a Knicks fan," and they'll say all the positive things. You've highlighted all the negative things.
Yeah, I mean,
Been through all
there
the
are
negative.
fans like that. Like that's what they call a Knicks homer, where they're like
Yeah.
everything is sunshines and
Yeah,
rainbow.
you can
And
never
then
do wrong.
there's Knicks fans that are they're just negative Knicks, right? That they just negative by anything
Yeah.
Knicks related. And I just try to be like down the middle if I can. I mean, obviously I'm not perfect, but I try to be because that's down the middle. That's what the reality of it is.
Yes.
So, and I try to be, I will operate in that realm, if
And
you
when
will.
you're on a longer losing streak, it's easier to shift to the negative
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
You know
So
what I mean?
I love that you said OG's your favorite Knick because by far Josh is my favorite Knick.
Yeah, I've heard you say that. Yeah,
And
I love
Josh-
Josh too. Yeah, I get it.
Josh is my guy nonstop. Like,
He reminds me of you.
well, to some degree, right? I see myself in Josh to some degree.
He's the heart of the Knicks, but he's also a goofball.
He's a goofball, but what I like about Josh is that he's a garbage pail.
He's a
guy.
troll.
He's a garbage pail guy. Like he gets you what you need to win a game. You know what I mean?
Yes,
He makes
he's
those
the
plays that-
ultimate glue to the team.
He's a garbage pail dude. I love that. Cause look, I love playing basketball, but I've never been offensively gifted. None of that sort of shit. I've been the guy that could foul the shit out of some folks, get some rebounds.
Yeah.
I'll put up a crazy three somewhere if you let me open. You know what I mean? That's Josh. Like you leave Josh open out of nowhere, he hits that three. You're like, oh my god, he hit that shit. He gets the rebound over some craziness, and you're like, oh my god, you know what I mean? Anyway, that's sort of so. I love Josh's game for a lot of those reasons, and again, his personality. But to your point, and what we were saying before, like in that episode, like. Brunson is him, dude.
Yeah.
Like we got one of those. And it is a crime. I'm gonna just say it out loud. It is a crime that the NBA, the media, everybody involved with the voting process on these awards and so on, has not realized what that dude is
Yeah.
To not get like first, second team votes, none of that craziness.
But
To not be an MVP running.
it's the whole. But honestly, it's the
not-
whole team. Because if you think about it, right? So Brunson didn't get everything that you're just saying. Cat didn't make All NBA.
Yeah.
He should have made it over Chet.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
So you got that. OG.
OG.
Second team.
First
Should have been
team
first
defense.
team
Yeah,
all
first team
defense.
defense.
And
It's the Knicks tax.
OG's never been
Knicks
an
tax.
OG's never been an All-Star. And you can even go past the players. Leon Rose did not receive one vote for the Executive of the Year,
That's insane.
and his team just won a
It's
championship.
insane.
So
What's the dude that you know his name? The guy that does the cap for the Knicks.
Brock Aller,
That dude.
he's
that
a goat.
dude he deserves every
He's
award.
really like don't get me wrong, Leon deserves a ton of credit, Worldwide West. But Brock Aller is low key, he's the MVP of the Knicks. If you don't know who Brock Aller is, you gotta look him up. He could run fucking gymnastics when it comes to the salary cap. He's just, especially nowadays with the second apron and
But
everything.
There's no way you get a Landry, Alvarado,
Yeah, he's just
Clarkson
he's
without
just a,
Brock Aller.
he's a genius when it comes to that stuff. And Leon Rose got him from the Cavs when he first came in 6 years ago. Brock Aller is. I mean, the Knicks don't win a championship without a guy like Brock Aller.
And then
Let me ask you one question, Mike and Garcia. Of the last 10 years, what Knicks players that are sadly no longer with you do you wish were still here just to celebrate and enjoy the championship? I'll say one, Julius Randle, right?
you mean that
Like,
that wasn't even at the parade?
Oh,
Shit, like wasn't
I
on
had
the
to
team
think
at all?
about it for a second, and it was that. And I was thinking, like, damn, that's a great question. I already know who it
Randle's one?
is.
Julius?
It's not Julius Randle for me.
No, you don't appreciate him as a Knick?
I know I appreciate him. Like, you got to give Julius his flowers. I just don't think, like, JB is showing you that he can lead a team. He could be the 1A guy. That's not Julius
I
Randle.
think Randall Hell is back a bit.
No, I mean, like, who do you feel is deserving? Even though they're gone, that maybe
Do you mean active player? Or
No. He's just saying a guy that was with the Knicks in the last 10 years. Who do you wish was on a team that could have won a chip? I already have my guy.
It's Melo, man.
Barrett?
I wanted Melo to
No,
win.
but Barrett? Is yours Barrett?
Was Melo on the Knicks in the last? Oh yeah, he was because he was on the team in 2016.
I would love for Melo to have gotten a ring, man.
Barrett?
Nah.
For me, and I'm thinking more the last 5 years. I'm thinking more the Leon Rose era, right? Which he came in 2020, the last
Derrick
6
Rose?
years. Nah.
Derrick Rose is an instrumental, I think.
This guy was
Derrick Rose
my.
is a Tibbs dude.
This guy when
I
he
know,
was,
but he came and he was mentoring and he was
he was great, whatever.
He sparked the Knicks a little
But
bit.
my guy, the guy that he was my favorite Knick when he was on the team, and once he got traded, he obviously no longer was my favorite Knick or my favorite player. Emmanuel Quickly. Quick was my guy, man. I can
see that. Liam's got a framed Toronto Quickly jersey. He loves
I just
Quickly,
love
yo.
Quick, man. He's the matter of fact. Put it to you this way, like
His
Swan.
game won't work with this lineup, though.
I
I don't know. I don't think it
we
would.
didn't really need his game. You know what I mean? That's what it was.
You need like
He wasn't a stopper. He played good defense, but he wasn't a stopper.
you need big people that could play defense and shoot.
I mean, we need
Around-
No, I hear what you're saying. But he would just I don't know. We drafted him. You also like always a little impartial to guys that you drafted.
I still
true.
remember his Boston game. He earned a lot of credit from
Yeah, like he was great, and JB didn't play that game,
Yeah.
so I
So
remember that.
Quickly's your number one.
I would say for me, yeah. I just matter of fact, again, I was trying to say, put it to you this way. I have like a rule for myself when it comes to Twitter. I only follow active Knicks players. Like once you're gone, I stop following you.
You unfollow?
I still
actively unfollow them?
If like RJ Barrett, for example, I was always following him. He got drafted by the Knicks. Once they traded him, I stopped following him.
Wow.
So if you Julius Randle, same thing. Anybody, if you're not on Knicks, I'm not going to follow you.
Dubious handles.
But
It's fucked up.
it is what it is. It is what it is, bro. I'm only following you on my
Dubious
team,
handles.
but I still follow Quickly.
I ain't gonna front. Look.
He's my guy, bro.
Look,
That's my guy.
I love the We Here Knicks and when Randall.
Yo, shout out to the We Here Knicks, man. Like that's you know that's.
I'm saying
That's
I'm
my
all
team,
for the
too.
We Here and all that. I get it.
We
I get it.
outside? What? I don't
get
know.
it.
I don't know the backstory.
And
Alfred
We Here
Payton.
was Alfred Payton. That was,
Nerlens
that was
Noel.
before JB. That was a year before
Oh,
JB.
Burks.
Noel, damn.
AB Hive.
When we got eliminated in Atlanta and all that, we got
Yeah.
Trey Young, fuck Trey Young, all that nonsense.
Yeah.
And Randall and everything that he did then. But I was happy to see him go. I just couldn't take no more Randall in my Knicks career and Knicks fandom career.
Randall's good, man. I think he's okay. He's not a bad player.
I just don't
I don't
think
think
you.
he's a
I just
bad
don't think you
player.
can win. I just don't think you can win a championship with him as your first
Yeah,
or
he's not a
even
bad
Oh no,
player.
no,
or even even second best player. He's got to be like a third option or something like
Yeah,
that.
he's not a bad player. And you know what it is? It's his defensive mentality. Because if this run has showed you anything, JB is not a defensive all-star. In any
He
capacity.
can play D though.
It's mentality.
But the
He-
thing is,
he's
no.
he's
The
playing
thing
sufficient
is, but he
defense.
will make an effort,
Right.
Yeah.
like to do certain things. Like he led the NBA in charges.
I
That's
was-
a part of defense.
I was hearing a good comparison to the Pistons as well.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Where
04 Pistons, right?
Towns was like Rasheed Wallace
Yeah.
of that year, and maybe you could say Rip Hamilton was like, I don't know, OG. But it was a different game at the time.
Yeah.
Nobody could
Oh,
just
way
fucking-
different game.
Nobody could just
Way
you
different.
you don't have
Well,
shooters.
There,
like
there
you have
wasn't.
today.
There
Wallace.
wasn't
you don't
as
have shooters.
there
like
wasn't
you
as
have
much
today.
scoring.
Ben Wallace.
Yeah, you don't have people that you need. You can't start a Ben
and
Wallace
this is
today. You
respect
have
to
to
Ben
like
Wallace.
have real shooters.
Respect to Ben Wallace, but he could not play in today's
Right.
No, I mean no. You could.
But like
you
I
can
like
start.
the
He
I like
wouldn't
the
start.
Rasheed comparison to Cat because like Cat, you know this guy's skillful as hell.
Nah,
But
you
you
could.
always had that doubt, like,
Mhm.
man, does he have it? Does he have?
It's the other shit.
Does he have that?
It's the other shit
it-
with Cat. It's the other shit with Cat.
Yeah. Does it? Is does he have it? Like,
But
does
with
he
the-
really
but-
have it to win?
But the
it?
thing with
And he
Julius,
did. He
the
did.
thing with Julius and what he was going
He
to touch
proved
on
it.
with like Brunson and even Cat. Cat turned into a great defensive player this whole playoff
Yeah,
run,
Cat
right?
was different,
He
man.
was
Oh,
lit.
yeah.
It was like holy shit.
Oh,
this
yeah.
is what every coach has been wanting from Cat for the longest, and look what it unlocked, right?
He's
But
even though he kind of whatever happened after game 2, he sparked that series.
I think
Me,
only thing I would say
I'm
is
sure
that
everybody knows that.
for me, I want to make this clear. Whatever, like I don't agree with the Ben Wallace thing. You could play Ben Wallace in today's NBA
no, as a
You
starter,
think
you
so?
couldn't start Ben
As
Wallace.
as a
starter?
starting center. Yeah, you can.
Oh, nah.
Definitely can. You definitely
He's
can.
like a Mitch.
Think of exactly. He's like a Mitch. He's like a better version of Mitch.
I don't know.
You can as your starting center. If you got 4 guys
If you
around
have
him
4
that
guys
can
that
shoot,
all shoot. and
yes,
score,
absolutely.
Maybe, yeah.
OKC did it last year. Hartenstein can't shoot.
That's fair.
So yeah, I mean, absolutely, you can win with
That's
a Ben
fair.
Wallace. And you're talking about a defensive player of the year? Yeah, absolutely.
Fair. But so like with JB, what we were saying in the Julius Randle thing, like JB, not a great defender, but he puts effort and he does some things team defensively
Yes.
that he doesn't hurt you.
Right.
As a one-on-one defender, hopeless. You know, that's not his game. And we
Yeah.
don't want him to be that.
He's
You want
too
him to be a
small.
45 point.
It's
point
not
guard,
even
right?
a skill issue. It's just a
Yeah,
height.
it's just
height.
like it's a physical thing.
Yeah.
But his mentality is always there. He's a dog, no matter
Yeah.
what.
Right.
Julius Randle, I've watched him time and time again, and he still did it. He did it with Minnesota. He single
Yeah, I've seen it with Minnesota too, bro.
He just
like,
stands there and just like lets people run by him. He's not running down on transition. Like that shit kills you, bro. Kills you. On the low, that shit eats at the team and nobody wants to play and your whole
Yeah.
game's done, yo. And so I was done with Julius. Yo. As much as everybody's like, yeah, Julius, give him a key to the city and Mamdani with the shout out to him, great, all that. It's not. I'm not. And this is not to
You
scapegoat Julius in any
disrespected
which
him
way.
right now.
But I wasn't.
Just kidding.
I want. He ain't one. My guy. And I know this is cliche. A lot of people say this shit too. I was a little heartbroken by the Devo thing. I like the whole Nova Knicks.
You're an Obi Toppin fan, bro. Just say
oh yeah, I thought you.
I'm okay. Obi died for this. I've said this. Obi died for this. I've been willing to deal with that
No,
sacrifice.
he ain't died for shit.
Obi died for this. With
No, he
he went
didn't.
out there
Dang, I ain't gonna lie. Devo would have been. It would have been nice to get
to have Devo
ring.
on the team. Still, that was dope, man. Devo.
I guess the only reason.
his Philly game is
Damn,
monumental.
Devo's a good one. That's a good one. He only had 1 year with the Knicks, but that's a good one.
That Allstate commercial is an all-time radio. That shit with those guys. But before we wrap here, right? Because we have been going along a little bit, which is great. This is, we're wrapping. This
Yeah,
is
let
fucking
it
once
out,
in a
man.
once
Let
in
it
a
out.
fucking lifetime podcast, once in a lifetime championship. Um, you know, I'd be remiss if I don't think about this. We still, because we opened the show with this, and we're talking about it in the green room, quote unquote, about PTSD being gone or not.
Mm.
And this has been, again, euphoric. I'm still rewatching the games. I'm gonna rewatch all this shit. I can't stop watching that fucking game. And to your point, like, Maria came down that night. I tell you, I was up to 7. She came out like 3-4 times. I'm in the living room just watching this shit with just an ear to ear smile, rewatching what I just saw happen 3 times before that same day. I was watching that.
Yeah.
I watched Knicks Film School. Shout out Macri. I love those guys. Macri went on a 9-hour fucking live stream podcast.
Oh, that's how long it was. It was 9 hours.
9 hours, yo.
That's crazy, fam.
9 hours, and it's just reading and just
Woo.
talking and all that sort of shit, right? And it was just, and I was there watching all that, all the comments, all the super chats,
Wow.
and I just couldn't turn it off. And the next day, I went to sleep for 2 hours, woke up at 9 something in the morning, I went right back at it. And like the rest of this week has been that. I've been watching clips. I've been watching all this shit. It's just been,
I think everybody's done that. Like, I think I slept for like 4 hours and was like, like 5 to 9, and I was right back up. That's crazy.
It's just been that, right? And there's been nothing that could take me off of this high right now. This where I'm at, except one thing.
Oh God.
And I said it at the parade yesterday to Mike.
Rest in peace, Dolan.
And it's a duality. It's a double-edged sword type of thing, right? Because he's been almost likable in this, and not during the run, but during this week in this finals thing. And some of the comments he said, like the fact that he was just like, sorry, Knicks fans, it took so long, like all that stuff. He's endeared himself to the fan base in a way that Dolan has never really done before. And then he's also done some dickhead shit, like bring who to the game and all that sort of nonsense. And he's gonna have them go down and visit him.
Or
all that sort of nonsense.
make the little clap back at Mamdani during
he threw shade at
during the
I gotta
parade.
call out what we did.
I feel like nobody. I don't know. Do you really have embraced them? No, I feel
have
like
not.
nobody has really.
No, I have
like,
not. I have not actually.
I feel like it's just like one of those situations. I can't compare it, but it's like a family member that just. They happen to be part of the celebration, so you love them for the moment, but then
it's one of those.
Like it dies quick. That
it's one of those. He hasn't said anything bad, right? He hasn't done anything too crazy. He hasn't done any sort of shit. He hasn't been quote unquote Dolan yet.
And everybody's talking about
that's the PTSD part. That yet
weeks,
word that I
those,
just said.
The no sex weeks, like that was his biggest highlight.
But that 3-letter word that I just said, yet, is the PTSD part.
Yeah.
And I feel that's still creeping there a little bit because in the back of my mind, I said it to you yesterday, I'll say it again, obviously now I'm saying it on the pod. The fact that he's so much in the limelight for this, and maybe that's rightfully so. He's the owner of the team, right? He suffered.
I was about to say
right?
that he's owner of the team, so you gotta get that.
But the but here, I'm gonna put the but because one of the things that I've learned, and I say this all often, anything that comes before a but doesn't mean anything. Like the but is the transition.
Yeah.
Whatever. So anyway, but he's gone on Carton talking about he's not doing a second apron. He's out here talking, he threw a little jab at Mamdani, whatever. Needless or not, political, whatever it is. I know he's a Trumper, whatever it may be, right? He's got these guys going to the White House, even though that's a wildly unpopular thing for the NBA. And
it's gonna be interesting how that plays out.
Yeah, it's a wildly unpopular thing. I can't help but feel that now that the chip hump is over, we're gonna get Dolan again. You know what I mean? Like I feel like he's been comfortable with letting Leon and everybody run the show because to date he hasn't been able to do it.
If you have Leon,
they got it done.
And
now we're gonna get Dolan again. And that's the part that scares the shit out of me right now. Like shit.
I'm not there yet with it.
If there's one shoe that's gonna fall on this, it's that shoe's gonna come down. And that's the PTSD part of me that's creeping in a little bit.
I mean, I hear you. I'm not there yet with it.
Yeah.
If
I'd be
I believe in Leon that much. Let me put it that way. I believe in Leon that much that I don't think he's gonna allow that to happen. Could happen, but I just have too much faith in Leon. He said that about the second apron. I think Leon can have a conversation with him where Dolan can better understand how it's gonna work. Leon's gonna have a plan. We'll be okay. That's how I look at it.
And Leon,
this is again about casual look. If you take away all the spotlight, you take away Dolan, just look at the team itself. I think the bench was very strong, right? And if you lose some of those bench players and replace them with just as good bench players, you'll be fine. But I don't know. This is it's like a special, uniquely built team that
Right.
just I don't know. It
That's
was
why
just like
it feels
everything was just like perfectly
it feels
happened, and you're gonna have your core players,
right.
and you're gonna have a different bench. Will you have Mitch? I'm not sure. Do you guys think you
Well,
have?
it's Mitch, Landry Shamet, and Mo Diawara.
If you
Those are the
hold-
3 free agents that you want to bring back. I mean, Jordan Clarkson, I can see them letting him walk, but those other 3 guys, you got to bring them back,
And if you
especially
hold-
especially Mitch and Landry.
And if you hold Dolan at his word, it seems like Mitch is not going to fit that equation. It seems that way, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
This was like a perfect setup. Perfect setup. So it's easy to like think of all the negatives.
Well, no.
that could
So
happen.
here's one thing I'll say, and this is the part where maybe the delusional aspect of me is starting
Yeah.
to come in a little bit. I think no matter what this team looks like in final constitution next season, we're still going to be in a position to run it back because this
Yeah.
core and everything that we have here, what we built, is what it is, right?
Yeah.
That said, there's something about me that's nostalgic about this that has me feeling like if I was Dolan, why wouldn't I do it? It's like I want these same group of guys here again to do it one more time. Why would I switch any part of this magic that was here? Like this sauce is it. Let's
I
do
just-
it.
Too much-
Let's
well,
do it,
yeah.
yo.
I just think that like if you're a team that's not going for a championship, and I think Bobby Marks said this from ESPN, if you're a team that's not a contender, it doesn't make sense to be in a second apron. But if you're a championship team, and the Knicks obviously are because they literally just won a championship, then you should be going into the second apron.
Yeah, there should be
It shouldn't be
there
a
should
problem.
no
It's
part-
not. It's not as, and I'm using his words. It's not suicidal, as Dolan put it. If you do it smartly, and again, we just talked about Brock Aller. They will do it smartly. They're not going to do anything stupid. So just let them let Leon, let Brock Aller, let Wayne Wesley, let them go to work. That's it. That's what you've been doing, Dolan. Let them continue to do that.
Yeah, that's my hope and fear. That's it. That PTSD
I get it.
is teetering on that. Like, will he continue to be the Dolan that has allowed this to happen, or will he be the Dolan of years ago? And we won't know. We'll see how it plays out. And my hope is that he remains in where he's at right now and enjoys the fruits of his non-labor. I guess, right?
I mean, he writes the checks.
It's
so.
kind of weird though. Like,
I
why,
mean, he is
don't
the impetus
you,
for getting Thibodeau out of here, right?
Why don't you go?
You gotta
like-
give him that.
Yes.
You gotta give him that. He got.
Why
Tibbs out
does he
here.
get out of the second apron? Why?
So I don't know enough about it, and I've been telling
I
Mike
know that it's like it's money.
well, there's money in like there's picks involved, and there's like penalties that are
Okay,
involved in
if
all that
there's
stuff.
picks involved, that's different. But penalties, it's like, come on, this is
Well,
like
if
the most money the Knicks have made in the last.
They're pretty severe penalties, though, from what I
Oh,
understand.
okay,
I think
all
it's
right. You
I
see,
think
I don't
it's
know this.
like my rough understanding, and this is rough understanding. I've been wanting to listen to Jeremy Cohen and a bunch of people talk about this because they're way more versed in it and teach me so much. But like my rough understanding is that they're taxed dollar for dollar, or maybe
Okay.
like $1.50 per dollar. Like there's a penalty on that, on the tax. And I think we sacrifice draft picks, not
You
in the
see-
same year, but like in subsequent years. I think there's like 2 years of pick sacrifice or something like that you have to do.
Okay.
There's a bunch of negatives to going into second apron. It is a tough deal to do, but again, you don't do it if you don't have a championship team. We just have a team. We right now have a team that literally cleared and won the championship. If you're gonna do it, it's to maintain this roster, to run it back.
Yeah, I mean, it's more of a draft pick penalty thing. Like, if you're in the second apron, you could do it for up to 2 years. But if you're in it a third year, then they start freezing your picks. You can't trade picks, things of that nature. But outside of that, it's just like the first apron, which you're still into. You still have to pay the tax penalty, and it's a dollar for dollar thing. Like the amount you're over, you have to pay that. So
Okay.
that doesn't change. So it's not to me. when he made
so
that
much
statement,
goddamn money that is crazy that he
Yeah,
wouldn't
that's
pay it.
why.
it can't be a monetary thing. It has to be something where it's like he's thinking about the picks and that kind of thing. And I think that he shouldn't be looking at that. That's
Or,
why I
yeah.
said let Leon do his thing. Don't worry about
yeah,
that.
that's maybe Leon is instructing him.
I'm
like,
sure
These
Leon's
merch
gonna have a
sales-
plan. He's gonna talk to him about it. Like,
These merch sales have made up for all that luxury tax.
yeah, for real, man.
And it's not even. It hasn't even like fully developed itself. Like people are waiting for the hype to die down, and then the Knicks gear is gonna buy even more.
What?
Like
Bro, like
the
that
official.
locker room tee is
Yeah.
it went for $50 the night of, and it's going for $250 right now on eBay.
Ridiculous.
It's been 4
Yeah.
days. What, 5 days?
Yeah, Brunson is king of New York. Like, how many little kids are gonna be Brunsons?
Yeah, that you know what? Who said that? Film school. They were saying that all these kids have grown up trying to be James Harden and Steph Curry, and now they're gonna grow up learning how to do quick steps and be JB, bro. Like they're gonna all emulate JB, and that's fucking
Yeah.
awesome to
Yeah.
think about. Like they're gonna
Hell
emulate
yeah.
JB instead of shooting threes from half court logos, whatever. They're gonna do what JB does in the 3 fingers and. His celly is fucking amazing, dude. Like the fact
Yeah.
that shit. Let's talk about it. His fucking celly is dope. I don't know. It's fucking great, man. It's
Congrats.
a good time to be a Knicks fan. It's a good time to listen to the MCP podcast if you've made it this long.
We're probably like
it's-
3 hours in.
Probably. It's just a celebration all around, man. If you were at the parade, shout out, hit us up, Twitter, Mike, everybody. It's just I wish. Let's just hope we run it back, man. I want to do this. I want to do this again. I want to do this again. I
Yeah,
partially want
give them a chance to defend the title.
Yeah. I selfishly want to cement it so that even the haters got to be like, all right, they did it back to back. You know what I mean? Like, just really silence every critique, every Rich Paul out there that we got hot. We are the boogeymen, man. If the Knicks come out next season, opening ceremony, get their ring, and they go off on a like 20-3 run. How are we not? How do you not say that this is the best team in NBA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we kind of what was the run that we went on this year? We opened up the season with a crazy run too, already this year.
There's
When I was like, Mike Brown is the greatest coach of all time. I think we went 19-3 or some craziness like that.
Rest in peace, Tibbs. So Tibbs came out and said that he's happy for the Knicks,
Yeah.
but that he feels like he could have done.
And respectfully, he could not.
He felt like if he didn't get fired, this could have also happened.
And respectfully, he could
I
not.
heard.
And I was listen.
I don't even think that's a rumor. I heard that's confirmed.
I don't know if you guys know this, but there's currently a petition to rename the Hudson River to the Brunson River.
They should do
It's
that.
got almost 500 signatures.
I'm gonna sign that
incredible.
shit. I'm gonna sign that shit.
Actually, sign it right now.
Brunson
Brunson's
River.
finest.
The Brunson River. Yeah, that would be crazy, man.
Brunson's finest.
And shout out to all the Knicks fans that didn't live through the PTSD era, man. To your point, the Isaiahs is
Well, Isaac, yeah.
Isaacs. I'm sorry, the Isaac and Isaiah. So I mean,
And Isaac's a Knicks fan too, yeah.
the youths, even the newfound Knicks fans that maybe came in during the We Here era or whatever it is, that the people that have been here in the Leon Rose era, just you've been able to witness a team grow to a champion. That's also awesome. It wasn't like a one-hit wonder. It wasn't we stunk and we got ourselves a 7-5 freak. Like, not just a 7-5 freak. By the way, that team went 3 years of tanking, went back to back with like lottery picks to finally get to what they were. And they're a great team, but to suck that bad
Yeah.
and try trust the process and all that nonsense. This team was built another way, and with grit and humility. The whole franchise hasn't been talking shit, which is antithetical to being a Knicks fan, right? But like being able to grow and be a fan during this era and not know what it was like 20 years prior. Kudos to you, man. And I'm sort of envious of that experience, but I'm so happy for you as well. Like you get to partake in this and build from where we are. And to all the folks that were back here, like Mamdani style, the people that were here, the Cle Anthony Earlys, the Chris Duhans,
Tony
the
Douglas,
David Lee eras, all that sort of stuff,
David
man.
Lee, yo. David Lee was a beast.
He was.
David
but
Lee,
like,
Jamal
that-
Crawford.
all of that,
Jamal Crawford was nasty.
You know, like the people
Jamal
that we hear,
Crawford was a bucket.
Anthony Randolph.
people that we hear through Jared Jeffries, people that we hear through Jeff Hornacek, the fans that were here in Miami Game 5, like all of that, and to reach what we've received right now,
Steph
like
Marbury, bro.
Steph was great. The Kemba Walker shit, all that, all this,
Kemba.
the Melo days. I love you, Melo. The stat,
I got a
punching
Melo
glass.
jersey still. I was rocking it proud.
Yeah, the Roy Hibbert, fucking
Knicks
Tyler
tape.
Hands, bro. All that crazy shit. Yeah, Knicks tape era. Like, you want the pipe, J.R. Smith. Like, all of that. J.R. Swish. You know?
Pat chewing.
You know, the Linsanity era.
I ain't really feeling JR right now, though, man. He really recently came up with that video because Knicks fans are talking shit.
You gotta respect them. You
I
gotta
mean,
I respect it,
them.
but he said that
They kind of like jumped him
he
in
was
the crowd,
talking.
too.
He was talking shit. He was saying that the 2016 Cavs, that this Knicks team that just won the championship ain't fucking with the 2016
Yeah,
No,
Cavs.
He was
because
bugging. He was
a
bugging.
fan attacked him.
Yeah, like they were. Yeah, I know, but it's like, bro, don't say nothing. Like, just let people talk, whatever. Because not for nothing. Like, he said something crazy. Like, I get it. He like, who gonna stop LeBron? I get it. LeBron's a beast. Like, obviously you put OG on him, but yeah, but you know,
No, not at that time. At that
yeah, like
time.
yeah, like that's
That
yeah.
time
LeBron was
is
crazy
different.
at that time, and not for nothing. Even during that time, he not in 2016, but he cooked OG. He's cooked OG in the past or whatever.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
this
And
version,
the
this
thing is
version of
too,
OG.
you had Kyrie too, who would have went crazy on the Knicks, but then
Yeah.
JR said something crazy. He's like, yo, like who's gonna stop that? He's like, and me and Shump would have guarded JB, and I was like, fuck out of here, man,
Yeah,
nigga,
that's what he
you guarded JB?
So here's-
Nah, stop it,
Here's
bro.
the thing, and I love that comment. I love that
Stop
comment
it.
because I love that comment because this has been said over and over again. I'm just gonna repeat it. Everyone think they're a Brunson stopper until it's time to stop Brunson, bro.
Yeah,
Stephon
like, JR,
Castle-
I don't know if you would ever hear this shit, my nigga. You was not stopping Brunson.
Stephon
Stop
Castle is probably the best
Stop it,
archetype
fam.
to stopping Brunson, and he largely made his job difficult. Games 1 and 2, and even well into 3. But Brunson finds a way, bro. He channeled through, and he dropped 45 on that ass. And like it's just he finds a way. There's no
45 on
stopping. He
the
is
head.
inevitable. He is Thanos. It's just like it's coming, bro. There's nothing like heart. And you know, I didn't watch his introduction to the Knicks, but I've rewatched it now because they've been highlighting all the conversations. And what he said there, like when he talked about how they told him he's not tall enough, not big enough, not saying, but all of that, none of that measures heart, and that's what he got. Yo, like my hair stood up a little bit, like, cause that's exactly what that dude is, yo. That's it. There's no stopping him. He's him. So, anyway,
Shouts to Cap, man.
yeah, the GOAT, really the GOAT. Let's
Yeah,
wrap
let's-
there, fellas. We've been we've been
Let's
at
do
this.
NBA Cup MVP, Eastern Conference MVP, NBA Finals, and then NBA Finals MVP.
Him.
This is all 1 year, bro.
All right.
How
Good
about
night.
that? How
Good
about
night.
that?
No one has ever done. No team has
night.
ever won
The cup.
the Cup and the NBA championship in the same season, and obviously, no player has ever won MVP of the Cup, the Eastern Conference or Conference Finals, and NBA Finals in the same year.
All right. I have to say one thing.
Go.
What about his father? What did you watch?
Rick
it?
Brunson.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about
saying about the greatest snake he's ever witnessed.
It was Ewing, yeah. It was like Ewing.
Did you? I watched it live and I thought that was weird.
Nah, I mean that's fair. I
Nah,
mean,
he played with him. You know,
played
you know
with him.
what? At the same time,
Ewing was amazing, bro.
maybe it's a
I
psychological.
know.
What if it's what if it's a psychological thing?
Yes, that's what I.
Keep your son humble.
I said that the
And
next
JB
day.
said it himself.
The next
right?
day, the next day is what I thought. But in the moment, I was like, it just felt weird. But ended on a bright note.
Yeah.
He keeps pushing his son.
JB seems like that personality. Like he needs.
No,
gotta
but
give-
even
you
he
gotta
was
give that
like,
chip.
oh shit.
Yeah, give him that chip, and he'll go out there and prove you wrong.
Yeah.
So you give him that chip, and shit.
You want to be considered the best, Nick? You want to be better than Ewing? Got to keep working.
That's right. You want to be the best small guard MVP at that level, whatever. Get
Yep.
another one, back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Because Steph is your competition. Steph is your competition. Get another one.
Hold on. Fuck Wemby.
I love that too, man, because he's very quiet about shit. And yeah, fuck Wemby. And then, of course, never forget. Let me see if I play this. Oh, damn. Now, of course, it's embarrassing me.
Yeah, the water chant started.
Hey, man, with that, this has been MCP Podcast. The Knicks are our champions. Viddy, man, where can we find you, brother?
In the trenches. Brooklyn, you there? That's it.
You still Viddy Smalls everywhere?
Viddy Smalls, yeah.
Still Viddy
Viddy
Smalls?
or don't holler my name.
Don't holler my name. And Mike, where can we find you, man?
Same Bronx Legend on Twitter, Bronx Legend 176 Instagram, Bronx Legend 176 on PlayStation.
And of course, I made you the Mush everywhere, and this is the MCP Podcast. One last thing. PTSD. Don't put Brunson on the 2K cover, bro. Like, I don't want no Knicks on the cover.
Nah, I think they already announced it. Isn't it Wemby on the front cover?
Please let Wemby be on that cover. Because Shy was on the last one.
I think it is.
So put Wemby on that cover. I don't want no Nick covers. Anyway, deuces.
Peace.
Later.